teams in. We've even went to a JV and a JVR schedule just because of our numbers, but other teams aren't even able to do that. In fact, all of our home JV games we were supposed to have this year, those teams don't have a JV team this year. So we have no home JV games. They're all on the road. And that's just, next year then hopefully they're all at home. So
be here,
in the long run, it all evens out. So
you bet.
Excited to get this year going, Tom.
Good to see you.
Thanks for being here again.
We'll see you next week.
Yep.
Andy Mitchell, athletic director, joining us here on the pregame show. Well, we had a chance to talk to three seniors, Reed Woodward, Kenny Jewell, and Sawyer Terrell on our senior spotlight. And that senior spotlight is brought to you by Meyer and Gross. And we'll be back with those three, Meyer and Gross, the strength of teamwork and the reputation for results. We'll talk to those three seniors right after these.
First Windy Bank is the longest-standing locally owned bank in Atlantic, and as such, we take pride in how we serve our community. For generations, we have been involved with our customers and their families by getting involved in community events and by supporting technology and teaching financial literacy in our schools. You'll also see our support of athletics on the scoreboards at home events. It's this involvement that allows us to know our customers and their families for generations. First Windy Bank, the only bank you'll ever need. Member FDIC.
Gas prices got you down? Need a ride to work or the grocery store? There's public transportation for everyone in Southwest Iowa. SWITA offers taxi service in Atlantic, Glenwood, Harlan, Missouri Valley, Red Oak, and Shenandoah. $2.50 each way or $2 for seniors 60 years and older. Just call 1-800-842-8065 or visit swita.com to schedule your ride.
Are you great with paperwork and have a grasp of real estate code and law? Does your schedule allow you to show a home at almost any time? Do you have a list of clients who are looking for a home? How about first-hand knowledge of properties in the market? No? Well, you're in luck because a realtor does. This is Melissa Enan with Meyer & Gross Real Estate, and having a realtor takes care of all those things and much more. It's what we do, it's who we are. Give us a call. We're here to help. Meyer & Gross Real Estate. Strength of teamwork, the reputation for results. The reputation for results.
Our senior spotlight brought to you by Meyer and Gross, the strength of teamwork and the reputation for results. We're going to talk to Reed Woodward, Kenny Jewell, and Sawyer Terrell as we begin our senior spotlights here for the 2024 season.
Reed Woodward, senior offensive lineman, back again this season, Reed. And let's go back the last couple of years now, your senior year. How are things different for you? What do you take away from those first 2 years?
The game's just really slowed down for me, and just running through plays, I'm a lot quicker and I know where to go and kind of how the linebackers and defensive line is going to react to each play in that, so I kind of know where they're going.
Yeah, how's off-season workouts gone for you? You look like you've put on some muscle here, huh?
Yeah, I lifted a lot during the winter and spring and summer, and I put on probably 30, 40 pounds.
Talk about the rest of the guys returning. You have three others, and how important is that going to be for this team?
It's going to be really important. The offensive line has a lot of chemistry, and it's kind of hard to mix and matching guys here and there. And if you can keep the lineups to a minimum, you'll be really good.
What is it about him and Gavin McLaren back there at fullback for you? And talk about the guys you'll be blocking for.
Yeah, Gavin, he's kind of another blocker, but he runs really well, and just having him back there, you kind of can rely on him to give a good block to help out the offensive line. Then, he's also good for them inside runs like wedge and scissors and that.
How do you think preseason's gone?
I think we've done really good. We've just kind of had to shore up some things, but outside of that, I think we're sitting pretty good.
How excited are you to play 10 games instead of 9?
Pretty good. Just an extra game on the schedule for your senior year. That's kind of exciting. Hopefully we get a couple more at the end of the year.
Reed, best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Senior Kenny Jewell joining us, All-District defensive back a year ago, and talk about the workouts and what do you think? How's things going for you guys?
Oh, it's been a lot. We're all kind of tired right now. It's been a lot of two-a-days, but I think overall we're ready for the first game.
What are some of the things you really emphasized on as far as defense is concerned?
I would say we put in a lot of new coverages. I would say just communication is the main one. We just need to be able to talk to each other.
Kinnick last year, all-district defensive back, first team all-district defensive back. What do you take away from that going into this year?
Yeah, it was a great experience. I'm hoping to build on that and get another award, something like that, and just help out my younger guys, and hopefully they can achieve that too.
Who are some of the new guys back there that you're going to mentor a little bit then?
Shelly's back, Shelton. We got Grant, Sawyer, Hunter Nelson, guys like that. And then we got some new linebackers, Jake, Joaquin, so those guys.
Week number 3 this week, waiting for Jefferson. Have you the Yellow Jackets?
We established their go-to guys and what they like to do at a certain packages and stuff like that.
What impresses you when you look at this team then?
They have number one. He impresses me. He knows how to play football. The quarterback, he can play. I like their running back too. I would say that those are the 3 main guys.
Very good. Well, best of luck, Kinnick. It's going to be a great year.
Yes, sir.
All right. Terrell, a junior, defensive back for the Trojans, and Sawyer, talk about preseason.
They've gone pretty well. We've all been sticking together really well and playing together. It's kind of nice switching up the offense and defense, so you're only doing the part that you work on the most, and it's been working really well.
Talk about your position, your role on defense.
Out there at safety with Kinnick or whoever else happens to be out there, and then kind of just helping with the defense and what coverage we're in, and then talking a lot.
How many return on the defensive end? What's the experience like on D?
There's quite a bit of experience out there. We have Kinnick in the secondary, and then we have Shelton in the secondary, so that helps a lot with knowing what coverage we're in and what to do in that coverage.
You've got some newcomers. How are you helping them along then?
You kind of just got to help them with like what they got to do, and then just let them figure it out themselves in a way, because they're all capable of doing it.
Did you get an idea of the chemistry, enthusiasm? What do you think here?
It's all been pretty hyped. Everyone's been really excited. Pretty good chemistry as well. Nobody's been negative. It's just been a really good environment.
Jefferson coming to town. What are going to be some of the challenges here for you guys?
They got a pretty good receiver. He's pretty quick, pretty big. I believe he's number 1. We've put in some stuff to guard him in a different way. And then they have a pretty good running back, I believe, too. So it'll be something for the first game.
Of course, you had a lot of action last year, back again now as a junior. What do you take away from a year ago that's going to help you this season?
Kind of just being confident and just being in the right spot. If you're in the right spot, it's a lot easier to make the right play, and then just do your job and let your teammates do their job.
Good. Sawyer, best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Big thanks to Reed Woodward, Kinnick Jewell, and Sawyer Tell joining us on our Senior Spotlight, brought to you by Meyer and Gross, the strength of teamwork and the reputation for results. Stay tuned. We're going to hear from our coaches, Atlantic head man Joe Brummer and Jeremiah Waters, head coach for Council Bluffs Jefferson. That's coming up. The Coaches Show brought to you by Partners Insurance, your partner through it all.
Are you great with paperwork and have a grasp of real estate code and law? Does your schedule allow you to show a home at almost any time? Do you have a list of clients who are looking for a home? How about first-hand knowledge of properties in the market? No? Well, you're in luck because a realtor does. This is Melissa Enan with Meyer & Gross Real Estate, and having a realtor takes care of all those things and much more. It's what we do, it's who we are. Give us a call. We're here to help. Meyer & Gross Real Estate. Strength of teamwork, the reputation for results.
When you're on the go, it's all about convenience. Add fantastic food, beverages, plus BP Superior Fuels, and you have Olson's BP in Atlantic. From sunup to sundown, we're the keep-you-going store. From our loaded breakfast burritos and Bunker Dunker donuts to our delicious Champs chicken and pizza to go, we have the food you crave. Don't forget the cold beer in the beer cave. Stop in and fill her up. There's always something you need at Olson's BP, the keep-you-going store, 2nd and Locust in Atlantic.
With the many different types of insurance policies and all the different options, knowing what insurance policy will work best for you or your business can be confusing. At Partners Insurance, we know the best coverage is the one that fits your needs, your goals, your tolerance for risk, and of course your resources. Our agents are committed to helping your family or business navigate the often confusing world of insurance. For help navigating through your insurance options, contact Shannon at Partners Insurance today at 712-243-4392.
Welcome back to the Partners Insurance Coaches Show. Atlantic headman Joe Brummer joining us here as we are close to the opening of the season here at 7 o'clock kickoff here tonight, Atlantic and Council Bluffs Jefferson here in a week 0 high school football game. Really looking forward to this. Coach, thanks for joining us. We appreciate you, and we're here. It's time to go. It's go time, and let's talk about this football team here. And I know preseason's gone well. You seem like you have a lot of depth in a lot of positions. Talk about what you think the strength is, or what you're most impressed with as you work through these first 3 weeks of practice.
Yeah, no, it's super exciting to say it's football season, isn't it? That, it's. I thought we had a really good first 3 weeks. We got a lot of older guys buying in with the veteran group. Good amount of seniors out that have played a lot of football. So, I thought our intensity and physicality has been really good this week. We kind of changed some things up with the practice schedule that the kids really enjoy and like, as far as like some position group, individual time that I think is going really well. We got a good group of kids across the board, about 77, 76 kids out there that it's a good number to work with. And we're really excited after our first couple weeks of practice, the way they're starting to gel and get along and really become a part of the team.
Corey, let's talk about the offensive line and who we're going to see here on that O-line, which is really the most important part of that offense when you think about it. I mean, that's the big paragraph in a story is the linemen. Talk about those guys.
Yeah, we got 4 returning players from last year. We got 2 guys that are competing for spots this year out of those 4 as well. But we had a good group of young guys coming up, and I count the tight ends as linemen. They're extension of the group. We kind of put some bigger guys in eligible numbers there. Jack Muller's had a really good camp for us, and he's done really good this fall. He had a good Simpson camp. Cale Cameron is another young guy competing for a spot. He's going to be a junior. You'll see Cale come in there. He might not start, but he's definitely going to play a role and be involved in the offense. Donovan Henrington's coming back. Donnie's looking really good. He kind of slimmed up a little bit in a good way, put on some weight for as far as muscle. But I know he's looking really good athletic when he's pulling. Traven Hanson's back at center for us. Caden Crawl's a returning player for us. Reed Woodyard, kind of the anchor of that offensive line at right tackle. This is Reed's 3rd year starting for us. And Xavier Darrow's at tight end with Brock Goodrich as well. Kind of mixed in there, the tight end, wing type of blocking back role. That those 2 have done a phenomenal job of being really big athletic guys in space. So, we're really excited for that core group of guys coming back. And then some new faces in there contributing in different spots, different roles that, like you said, as good as some skill guys as you have, as good as, athletes that you guys can produce. It doesn't matter if the offensive line is not good with them. So, it's a really good group. We're really excited to see what they can do. And they gel really well and get along extremely well for 5 guys working as one.
Coach, I know Colton Rasmussen gone to graduation of over 600 yards receiving a year ago, but Jared Hansen back, and he was your second leading receiver. What's his camp look like for him?
Jared's looking good. Physically, he likes his fitness. He's big, muscle guy, big bodybuilder, big lifter. That he's really bought into the speed work of it. That he's at a really great job this spring, being on state 4x1. I believe they qualified for Drake. That he was a phenomenal sprinter against really good competition. When you go up against the likes of ADM, Harlan, those type of schools that are 1-2 in the state, you see them in a lot of meets, and they're at your district qualifying meet that you go out and compete. That he's done a phenomenal job working on that speed. That Jared's going to be a very good replacement for us. It's really tough to replace Rass. 3rd all-time in school history and receiving yards. That those are really big shoes to fill, and it's going to be in a different role. It's not going to be the straight go routes, the deep posts down the field. That it's going to be more of using his quickness, using his speed on the short routes, and then if he breaks a tackle, he's gone. He's a very big, filling out his shoulder pads. I say big, but he's only like 5'8", 5'9", but Jarrett brings a lot with him. That it's a really good option to have there as kind of our speed scat back type of wide receiver.
Then at running backs, of course, you have Tyson O'Brien and Gavin McLaren. McLaren looks big. I think you mentioned the 250 before we on the. This guy, I made the comment that I wouldn't want to tackle him, but he's going to be a big part again. Your second leading rusher back at fullback.
Yeah, replacing Dante is going to be tough. Dante's been back there for 3 years, 2.5, but he's been kind of a focal point for us. That it's going to be good to see some differences and changes in the style that we run the ball there for. But like you said, Gavin's looking good in his pads. He's kind of the extension of the run game through blocking. That fullback position, you got to be able to run, you got to be able to block, catch passes out in the backfield. He's big, but with the times that we got on him, he went to some stuff this summer that he's still in the 4.6, 4.7 range. That 250 pounds running a 4.6 40 is a very impressive thing to be able to do. Like you mentioned, Tyson O'Brien, slightly different role in the fact of he played some running back for us, some spot duty over the past couple years, to kind of the feature back type of thing that Tyson's done really well with that. Him and Gavin get along really well, and they have a good chemistry and know kind of what they're looking for when we run certain plays to, read those blocks better and make sure they're in the right position together. Ethan McNeil's another young man that's going to get some carries for us. Just a sophomore, but another one of those guys like Jared Hansen was on that 4x1 team, Drake qualifying, state qualifying type of team that Ethan's got speed to burn. He's definitely a guy that we want to try to get to the edge, and he can fly. He can flat out fly.
Well, Tyson, Brian plays on the other side of the football as well, a linebacker, and we'll switch over to the defensive side of the football. One thing O'Brien did mention in his media day interview was that how impressed he was with some of the guys around him, and one of those was Jake Wales, and we've heard a lot about Jake. He's going to be just a sophomore, but what's he going to bring to the defense?
Some energy. The young pup doesn't know what he doesn't know, Jake's got great energy. He's a sponge right now that he's absorbing a lot and learning a lot of things. But no, Jake's doing really well for us. He's got another big shoe to fill behind the replacement for Colton Becker. That Becker was a 3-year starter for us as well at linebacker, and reminds us a lot of Colton. Hard-nosed, physical, pretty thick kid, runs downhill and tries to just create as much problems as he can. So we've just been working with him a lot on reading his keys, getting his eyes right, knowing where to be at the right times. And it's a lot for a young sophomore to call the defense, to make sure all the D linemen are lined up correctly, to be communicating with Coach Satoff at all times. That Jake's done it pretty well for us this year. We're really excited what his future is going to hold and bring, and hopefully it starts off on a good note.
Sawyer Terrell back there, Shelton Amalia, newcomer Grant Petty. Looks like he's going to get some time at cornerback. Talk about your defensive backs as well as Hunter Nelson.
Yeah, Kennick Jewell, kind of the captain, the anchor of that one for us there. First team all-district kid. Unfortunately had a bit of an accident in the first day of practice, actually. A little non-contact incident that Kennick's going to be out tonight. But, we got some depth there, luckily, that we can fill some spaces. That those guys have been communicating. They get along really well. That's a group that they're your prototypical defensive backs. When there's one, there's five that just show up, that they're always around each other. They always get along. Sawyer had a lot of time for us last year in JV. That he was phenomenal. He's probably our best JV player, that he's filling right into his role at safety. Shelton was a kid last year that got a lot of reps at varsity as a sophomore. Only going to come back bigger, faster, stronger this year. Grant Petty's in a new role, like you said. Grant's still getting some reps at quarterback, but you're kind of at the point where it's a waste just to be down in the depth chart there, that we saw an opportunity to get a 6'3" kid that's also, I think he's qualified in state track too. Yes. Sprinter, sprint med guy, hurdle guy, long, athletic, and can run out there on the edge. That we wanted to get him involved and get him in some opportunities for see him succeed. And then Hunter Nelson's came a long way in this summer. Hunter really did a great job of being in the weight room, being at speed and agility, working his tail off all summer, and had a very impressive Simpson camp for us against some really good competition that we're really excited for our secondary. That, they communicate and be on the same page, but good things are going to happen when those guys are out there and they're on the same page together. So we really like to see the growth and the gel with that group of young men.
D linemen, and we're looking at guys like Evan Sorensen and 5'11", 255, Carter Witzman, Reed Flazik, big 320-pound nose tackle we saw play quite a bit last year, and then Matthew Pollock. Talk about those guys up front.
Yeah, Evan's a first-team all-district guy coming back. Witzman's a tough, hard-nosed senior for us that has seen a lot of JV. He's gotten a lot of reps, learned by fire on the scout team his sophomore, junior year that he's really developed in his own. He's had a great summer of weightlifting. He's kind of grown into his frame. That Carter's looking really good right now for us at DN. Matt Pollock's another kid that's just worked his tail off. Matt was, kind of an uncoordinated young freshman for us that bought into the weight room, and he's blossomed. He's kind of a testament of what hard work is, that he's done really well for us. That Pollock's looked really good. He knows his job, he knows his role, and such a positive, upbeat kid that it's one of those great stories that this is what the weight room can do for people, and we hope Matt just shines and does really well. And then, like you said, Sonny. Sonny's been a great surprise, kind of new to football last year, but with his size, his frame, it's not easy to kind of keep him off the field. That he found his home really quickly at D tackle and has done a really good job. Another kid that was in a couple other sports, did really well this summer, getting himself to and from weights. That he's a good story, and, we're really hoping to see a lot of success with those guys up front, anchored down there by Evan, that hopefully we can keep all those guys healthy and kind of get some rotational pieces there as much as we can, but that's going to be kind of the staple in the core with our 4 guys up front.
Council Bluffs Jefferson coming to town. What can you tell me about this team and what's impressed you when you scout them?
Yeah, they're big up front and they're fast on the edges. It's what they want to do. They want to chuck and duck and spread the ball out and get their athletes in space. And they're big guys, want to keep their quarterback clean. Fuji did a phenomenal job last year as a sophomore that, he's I think 5th returning for all-purpose yards in Class 4A. So, that's a great feat in itself, and, that's a very impressive stat to go through their schedule with the likes of Lewis Central and Norwalk and Glenwood and Winterset, playing AL, playing a good Denison team that was a district champ, that he's putting up stats, he's putting up numbers against really good competition. So it's definitely a guy that can hurt you if you give him time back there, that we got to get through that big offensive line and try to make, him uncomfortable back there. Because when he's comfortable, he makes really good things happen.
Well, Coach, thank you very much. I really appreciate your time here, and looking forward to the kickoff here at 7 o'clock. Best of luck tonight. We'll talk to you afterwards.
Absolutely. Hey, appreciate it. Thanks, Tom.
Joe Brummer, head coach of the Atlantic Trojans, joining us. We'll be back with more pregame, and we'll also be back to hear from Jeremiah Waters, head coach for Council Bluffs Jefferson here on the Partners Insurance Coaches. So we're back right after this. And welcome back to the Partners Insurance Coaches Show. We're joined by Council Bluffs Jefferson head coach Jeremiah Waters in his 2nd year as the head coach for the Yellow Jackets. Played college football for Iowa Central, Northwestern College in Orange City, and Iowa State. 4 years coaching the college ranks and some high school coaching in there in between. And Coach Waters, thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. Let's talk about the preseason. Came a week early this year, and how have things gone here?
They're good. They're good. Yeah, we're excited. Obviously, Coach Brummer, took the game. We had a weird schedule last year when I first came in that was kind of out of my control, and we ended up playing Omaha South week 2, and it was just weird, right? You don't get any RPI status and stuff from that, so it was kind of a wasted game, and we won, I think 70-0 or something. So it was kind of one of those things, right, where we wanted to not lose that game and only have 8 games this year, and we got told by the state that we could have a week 0 game to make up for that game. And I wanted to go against somebody I have a lot of respect for, and a team that I think has got a chance to easily make the playoffs this year and is very talented, and that's what we're getting in Atlantic.
Well, Coach, as far as the preseason practice, talk about this squad and how did preseason workouts go for you here?
They're good. Yeah, we've been grinding. We've been lifting since, last January. So the weight room, speed, agility stuff has been night and day different. They haven't had that in the past. So I'm a strength coach, was a college strength coach as well when I was coaching college football. And so it was nice to kind of get my hands on that stuff. And then I have a few other, college strength coaches as well that are in that, mix and stuff on our staff as football coaches. And, it's just been a lot of fun from that. And then, been grinding all summer long and all preseason and stuff, and did some camps. And, we've got a lot of guys coming back that started last year, and then a lot of guys that played varsity time. We have 8 of our 11 offensive starters, and then brought some transfers in. So it's really been trying to, make that work with everybody, if that makes sense. And, finding that mesh point of playing as a family this year.
So Jordan Fuji back at quarterback, threw for 1,303 yards a year ago, 10 touchdowns, 12.1 yards per toss. He had quite a year, one of the top quarterbacks in the class. He's back. How much better is this guy? He's only a junior.
Yeah, he's young, and he really bought into working on mechanics. What a lot of people don't know is he had a shoulder surgery and just got cleared right as summer workouts started last year, right as I got hired. So he was still going through PT and everything else. So, this is a Jaden Fuji a year later, who's gotten into the weight room. His body has changed night and day. His athleticism has changed night and day. His mechanics have gotten better. And it's still, he's so young, right? So still teaching him X's and O's and, IQ and reading things. But, we're hoping he has a really good year. We're expecting a really big year out of him. He's our leader, right? And, a lot of it's going to fall on him, if that makes sense.
Victor Atupra gone. The graduation, boy, he had quite a year on the receiving end with just over 600 yards. Mason Kramer back. And talk about some of the receivers that will be catching the ball from Mr. Fuji here.
Yeah, Mason Kramer is a pretty good player. 2 years ago, before I came in, he was honorable mention all district as a slot at the time. We've actually moved him out to the outside receiver position. He's played a little bit of everything for me, and we feel like, that's somewhere where we can get him some one-on-one matchups with his route running and things of that nature and find zones. He's a smart receiver. His film shows that. He's a really, really good kid, another one of our captains this year. And on top of that, we have another guy, a few guys. Braxton Parks, he's our, top freshman that we have. Touted kid, a lot of guys, be honest, a lot of schools are trying to get him to transfer. He stayed home with me. He's a kid I'm close to. He's going to be a, absolute stud. And then we have a few other guys. Noah Phillips, who played a little bit of varsity time as slot for us last year. Isaac Carpenter played some slot time for us last year. And then we brought in a couple transfers. Jimmy Roscotton, who came from Northwest High School in Omaha, started receiver for them last year. And Clay Westfall was a starting receiver in skill at West Harrison and Logan the last 2 years. Those guys came in to play with us along with a couple other guys. So we kind of have a nice group of varsity experience, guys that started previously in games or all season. And there's been a huge competition at that. And even at we got some tight ends that have done some stuff. And, yeah, I guess I can trickle off that. Jaden Mulligan, who was our all-district linebacker and our other running back, he's actually moved to tight end H for us. It's been really good to have him there. He's a big physical guy with good hands, and he's a fairly athletic kid. So, yeah, he's got some weapons, so it'll be fun to see what he can do with them.
Well, and Mulligan last year also carried the ball a few times for you, right? And talk about your running back core.
Yeah, so my guy, I'll say it I've had a lot of these interviews, and my X factor this year is going to be Jay Shano. He switched to running back the last game of the year last year, ran fairly well in that game, was a really good slot receiver for us last year. He caught 6, 7, 8 balls for us. Had some kick returns for us and stuff, started at corner for us. He's taken his body to a whole nother level. I mean, he's been a weight room guy since last year. I pulled him aside, going into the Winterset game and said, hey, you got to be that guy for us going forward, because I knew he could be there. And yeah, he probably put on 15, 20 pounds of muscle. He tore it up in the scrimmage game the other day. We had a scrimmage a while back in a team camp, tore it up in that. He's going to be a guy that, I predict going, high NAI, low D2 running back when it's all said and done. Maybe higher, but he's going to be our X factor there. And we'll see Jaden Mulligan again. He'll play some power back, some fullback for us as well. And then we have a couple guys in the mix. Jorge Camarena, He's a track guy, was a state track participant last year. He'll do some stuff for us. And then Kenny Keys, who's another, our other stud freshman that was talented by a lot of schools trying to get a transfer in. He's going to be our fourth option and stuff. So, we got some backs back there, and we're excited to see. I'm super excited about Jay Shano.
What about the guys up front, Coach Waters? Tell us about who's returning here.
Yeah, I get lucky this year. I have 3 full-time starters. 2 of them were all-city. I think the third guy should have been all-city, but that's just, me being biased. And our 2 tackles are getting, recruited by some decently sized schools right now, and Caleb Myers and Malik Nichols. They're big guys. They're both 6'3", 6'4", both a little bit under 300 pounds, about 290, 295 apiece, and can move. Our center's back. He started 3 years in a row, even as a freshman. He's about 6, I think, Josh Allen, there's probably about 6 foot, 6'1", 270. And then our right guard and left guard played varsity time for us. Our left guard started a couple games for us last year as well. Braden Rylands, big kid. There's another 6'3", 275 kid. And then Isaiah Walling, some varsity time. Coming back to us, and he, played right guard for us. He's another guy, 6'1", 6'2", pushing about 260. So, those guys are a little bit different than what people have seen from TJ before. We brought another line coach in that very good career collegiately, and as a coach at Platt Smith, he's taken our line to the next level. And, especially going into a game like Atlantic, they have a good, front 7 on the defense there, and they're well coached. I'm excited to let those guys. I'm excited for those guys to get after it, if that makes sense. It's going to be fun watching that battle.
What about defense? I mean, you turn a lot of guys back on offense, 8 of 11 starters. What about the defensive end of the football of the Yellow Jackets?
Yeah, for us, we'll get about 6 of those guys back. It's always hard. You talked about it too, bro. He is a game changer. I don't care what anybody says. He's right now in the 2 deep up at Morningside as a freshman, which, I don't think people understand how good you got to be doing that. And, it's always hard to get, a kid like that replaced. And we're really, really fortunate. Clay Westfall is an absolute ball hawk. He's been an all-district guy at his last 2 schools. His family trusted him to come into me and, get him recruited and, get him some opportunities as a junior. And he's going to be a ball hawk for us back there along with Mason Kramer, right? Back-to-back all-district as well. Second team at DB last year. He's getting a lot of looks right now. It's strong. And then, we bring Jay Shano back and Noah Phillips, the starting corner. We got a couple guys in the mix at safety that have either played varsity time or that have came in as well. So those DBs are a very, very solid core. Our D-line, it's a lot better than I feel like even last year. We had some good players by all means, but we bring 2 guys in our D tackle spot, our nose in our true D tackle. Those guys are coming back from playing a lot of varsity time, starting a couple games last year, so we get both of them back, both big-sized kids. Your nose type, your tackle type kids. Our DN, Tyson Baker, started most of last year for us. His brother, a lot of people knew Cameron Baker. He's a really good athlete like his brother was. He'll be good on the edge for us. And then we bring a transfer in, Eli McElroy, we call him Big Texas. Good-sized kid, about 6'1". Yeah, 205, 210. He's got the mullet. He's true Texas through and through. Played some 6A varsity time last year as an edge player, so he's got a chance. I think he'll be a low NAIA guy at the next level, maybe mid NAIA guy. He'll be a good player for us, and it's going to be nice for us. We got a decent amount of size this year, and Atlantic does too, and that's one thing that really does intrigue me about this matchup and how much fun it's going to be for both of us to just. Both of us are going to be clawing and fighting to get in that playoffs because that's our goal and our mission. And then I can't forget my linebackers because if I forget them, I won't hear the end of it. But we bring Jaden Mulligan back, second team all-district defensive, utility guy. He was, obviously, all-city linebacker as well. He's getting some offers for there. He'll probably be a fullback tied at, H at the next level, but, he's getting looks there. Gavin Carpenter coming back. Isaac Carpenter, he played some varsity time for us. And then Cole Townsend played a decent amount of stuff. A lot of those guys are wrestlers as well, right? So they're gritty. They're more of your athletic type linebackers and stuff. So we'll use them in ways that are a little bit different than people saw the year before. And I'm excited to see what that group can do, led by Mulligan. we brought some other coaches in and swapped some positions out. And I think for me, I upgraded my, coaching staff by a decent amount. And, I'm excited. The kids finally have got a second year under, the coaching staff and the lineage. And, they've understood what a standard is and the sacrifice that needs to be done. And, I think the defense, too, of all things, their just IQ has been leaps and bounds better. We lose some guys, by all means, I hear all the time. But a lot of those guys played off of instincts, where these guys will play off IQ, if that makes sense. So it's a little bit different.
Absolutely. Coach, I'll let you get one more thing as far as the keys to success against the Trojans. What's it going to be for the Yellow Jackets?
Man, it's going to be effort. It's just going to be execution. It's going to be things of that nature. It's a really, really fun. I love this matchup. I talked to Coach Brummer up there, and I said, if this goes well, this is something I would love to do long term, just because it's two teams that are, similar, two coaches that, we're really trying to take these programs to the next level, and I know we both can. And I think for us, we've got to stick to what we want to do, and we got to execute on what we like and what we've seen in film, to be honest with you. And, I think we're going to shock some teams about some of the things that we've got scheme-wise, offensively and defensively, from what they're expecting and stuff. Especially after the last game, we looked like an air raid team. So it's going to be a little different this year. So I don't know. I think it's going to just come down to it sounds dumb, but who wants to execute and do it correctly the most, and who wants to give all out effort and to the pursuit to being the best team that they want to be that day. It's going to be a close. It's going to be a close, fun game, and I am truly excited to play them. Atlanta's a well-coached and a very talented team.
Oh, Coach, sounds like a lot of positive things coming out of that Council Bluffs Thomas Jefferson football camp. We look forward to seeing you and your team on a Friday night. Thanks for your time and best of luck.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
We'll be back right after this with Perry Fee's Keys to the Game, brought to you by iAssociates.
With the many different types of insurance policies and all the different options, knowing what insurance policy will work best for you or your business can be confusing. At Partners Insurance, we know the best coverage is the one that fits your needs, your goals, your tolerance for risk, and of course your resources. Our agents are committed to helping your family or business navigate the often confusing world of insurance. For help navigating through your insurance options, contact Shannon at Partners Insurance today at 712-243-4392.
Cass Health in Atlantic, Iowa is a nationally recognized hospital, and we are proud of the awards and all of our recent accomplishments. But do you know what drives us to be the very best? You. We're passionate about helping our patients heal and feel their very best at any age and any stage of life. Cass Health, neighbors caring for neighbors.
It's said that the eyes are the windows to your soul, but do you know that your eyes are a window into your health? Hi, this is Dr. Jeff Gergen from My Associates. It's true, during a dilated eye exam, I'll be looking at your eyes for more than just their performance on the eye chart. I recommend that adults see their eye provider at least every 2 years. Need an appointment? Call Eye Associates at 243-7540. You'll clearly see the difference in how we care for our patients. Every 2 years. Need an appointment? Call Eye Associates at 243-7540. You'll clearly see the difference in how we care for our patients.
Live on KSOM 96.5 and streaming live on westerniowatoday.com. You're listening to KSOM Sports.
And welcome back to Atlantic. Tom Robbins alongside Perry Fee, Kevin Fergus the sidelines, and also with Cody Weaver behind the camera, the live video stream on westerniowatoday.com here on 95.7 FM. Perry's season opening Keys of the Game brought to you by Eye Associates. They have offices in Atlantic and Audubon, and always far above your expectations. Perry, what do you got?
All right, well, we all know the first one. It's usually get the jitters out. You finally get to smack someone else in the mouth besides your teammates. So just get the jitters out and just go have a little fun with someone besides your teammates. The second one is I used to always say, know your assignment. But anymore, it's like, know your role. Don't be in the huddle. What number am I blocking? Which way am I supposed to go? You should know the plays by now. Okay, you've had 2 weeks to practice. So know your role. And the third one is, and that's actually to deal with football, I really think the offense and defensive linemen need to control their area. That they need to control the offensive line and the defensive line.
Very good, Perry. Thank you very much. And we'll go down the sidelines and piggyback on that, Kevin.
Well, Perry always has great comments about keys, and one of the things I studied up on this week was the Atlantic defensive scheme, which is a 4-2-5, which used to be called the nickel, Tom, back in the day. Nebraska ran it, the Cowboys ran it. Back in Nebraska days, that fifth back was called the monster back. They don't call it that. They got different names now. The exciting thing about this defense scheme is it gets a lot of guys that can disguise blitz and come from different areas. There's a lot. It really works well on the West Coast offense, and we're going to see some of that. We're going to see these guys run and gun a little bit. The thing that the West or the 4-2-5 is weak at is getting up against real big linemen and real bruiser backs. So we'll see how this plays out. It just plays right into what Perry says as far as how important those lines are going to be tonight.
All right, thank you very much, Fergie. And we are going to have our starting lineups coming up right after this.
It's said that the eyes are the windows to your soul, but do you know that your eyes are a window into your health? Hi, this is Dr. Jeff Gergens, my associates. It's true. During a dilated eye exam, I'll be looking at your eyes for more than just their performance on the eye chart. I recommend that adults see their eye provider at least every 2 years. Need an appointment? Call Eye Associates at 243-7540. You'll clearly see the difference in how we care for our patients.
Hi everyone, this is Tanner from the Atlantic Hy-Vee. Have you signed up or upgraded to our Perks program yet? It's free and gives you instant savings. If you're not signed up, no worries. We can sign you up in-store. Super easy and instant savings. You will still have the Fuel Saver savings on gas. We're the only store in town committed to giving you the cheapest gas. So when you choose the Atlantic Hy-Vee, you're not just shopping, you're experiencing service, quality, savings, and purpose. And as always, thank you for choosing Atlantic Hy-Vee.
First Winnie Bank is the longest standing locally owned bank in Atlantic, and as such, we take pride in how we serve our community. For generations, we have been involved with our customers and their families by getting involved in community events and by supporting technology and teaching financial literacy in our schools. You'll also see our support of athletics on the scoreboards at home events. It's this involvement that allows us to know our customers and their families for generations. First Winnie Bank, the only bank you'll ever need. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Atlantic. Tom Robinson and Perry Fief, Kevin Ferguson as the Atlantic Trojans break through. And we're getting set for high school football here tonight. Starting lineups look like this. Brought to you by the First Whitney Bank, the only bank you'll ever need. First Whitney Bank since the beginning. Let's take a look at the Atlantic offense. Quarterback Tristan Hayes, 5'9", 145 and a senior. Running backs, Tyson O'Brien, 6', 185 and a senior. Gavin McLaren, 6'2", 240 junior. And Jared Hansen's 5'9", 170 senior. Also Brock Goodrich, 6'2", 205 junior. The tight end Xavier Darrow, 6'2", 235 senior. And Reed Woodward, 6'3", 275 and a senior. Also at tackle Jack Muller, 6'1", 220 junior. And at center, Trevin Hansen, 5'10", 215 senior. And guard, Caden Krall, 6', 185 and a senior. And at guard, Donovan Hedrington, 5'10", 190 and a junior. Offense for Jefferson. Jordan Fuji, the quarterback, 5'10", 180 junior. The running backs, Jay Shano, 5'8", 165 and a junior. Running back Jake Mulligan, 6', 215 junior. Mason Kramer, 5'10", 175 junior. And at receiver, Braxton Parks, 5'8", 135 and a freshman. And Noah Phillips, 5'9", 150 senior. The tight end is Tyson Baker, 6', 210 junior. At tackle, Caleb Meyer, 6'3", 295 and a junior. And at tackle, Malik Nichols, 6'3", 290 sophomore. And the centers, Alan Arthur, 6', 270 junior. At guard, Isaiah Welling, 6'1", 255 junior. And Braden Ryland, 6'3", 275 and a junior. Your national anthem is coming up next, and it is brought to you by Stein Seed. Stein has yield. Contact Darren Petty and Trey Brex, your local Stein representative.
First Windy Bank is the longest standing locally owned bank in Atlantic, and as such, we take pride in how we serve our community. For generations, we have been involved with our customers and their families by getting involved in community events and by supporting technology and teaching financial literacy in our schools. You'll also see our support of athletics on the scoreboards at home events. It's this involvement that allows us to know our customers and their families for generations. First Windy Bank, the only bank you'll ever need. Member FDIC.
So you're having trouble hearing. Well, let me ask you, when was your last hearing test? Maybe back in grade school? You know, hearing loss is usually gradual. Maybe you miss a word or two in conversation, or maybe you struggle when talking on the phone. Sometimes you miss out while with your favorite people. You can get ahead of hearing loss. And if you're 50 or over, even if you're not having issues, it's a good time to have an evaluation. Get a baseline of where your hearing stands. Call today to hear more. ASI, with offices in Atlantic, Audubon, and Carroll.
Nobody has delivered more high-yielding Enlist E3 soybean genetics to the marketplace than Stein. That means your local Stein representative can provide you with the product knowledge and seed genetics to help you maximize profits on every acre you plant. Discover yield plus experience by partnering with the undisputed leader in Enlist E3 soybean genetics. Learn more at steinseed.com. Stein has yield.
Learn more at steinseed.com.
All right, welcome back to Atlantic as we get set for the opening kickoff. Brought to you by ASI, and we're getting set. Opening kickoff brought to you by ASI. Don't miss the sound of opening kickoff. It's the audiologist Doug Leonard of ASI. We're back right after this.
Nobody has delivered more high-yielding Enlist E3 soybean genetics to the marketplace than Stein. That means your local Stein representative can provide you with the product knowledge and seed genetics to help you maximize profits on every acre you plant. Discover yield plus experience by partnering with the undisputed leader in Enlist E3 soybean genetics. Learn more at steinseed.com. Stein has yield.
The weather is changing. It's time for the leaves to change colors, hoodies, football, and crops to come out of the fields. The changing weather is a good time to remind you of your changing insurance needs. Hi, this is Lucas Mosier at Armor Insurance, and we will sit down and go over your current coverage so when you're out working in the fields, you feel confident that we have you covered from your fields to your house to your vehicles that you drive. Because at Armor Insurance, we're here to protect you. Armor Insurance with offices in Atlantic, Griswold, and Council Bluffs.
So you're having trouble hearing. Well, let me ask you, when was your last hearing test? Maybe back in grade school? You know, hearing loss is usually gradual. Maybe you miss a word or two in conversation, or maybe you struggle when talking on the phone. Sometimes you miss out while with your favorite people. You can get ahead of hearing loss. And if you're 50 or over, even if you're not having issues, it's a good time to have an evaluation. Get a baseline of where your hearing stands. Call today to hear more. ASI, with offices in Atlantic, Audubon, and Carroll.
Situations where everyone is laughing but you, it might be time to...
What's that?
Because living with hearing loss is no laughing matter. Call for an appointment. ASI with offices in Atlantic.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
Welcome back to Atlantic as we get set tonight. Atlantic and Council Bluffs, Jefferson. Boy, I tell you what, we're ready to go. We're looking forward to this, Perry.
Yeah. I mean, there's some big boys that TJ has. I mean, we've got some big guys too. It's going to be good. It's going to be fun first first Friday night game. This should be pretty cool.
Atlantic will kick off, and Thomas Jefferson will receive in their orange helmets, white jerseys, and black pants. And Atlantic in their black jerseys, black hats, and gold pants. So getting set to go here, and temperature just perfect here tonight. Oh my goodness, 79 degrees at kickoff. Talking about some storms maybe late this evening, but we'll have this game done before that happens. Trojans will line up on the 40-yard line. Hayden Thompson will be the kicker for Atlantic. Right sidewinder for the Trojans. D-backs for the Jefferson Yellow Jackets. They've got two of them. And the wide to the left side is going to be Jesse Carpenter. And here we go. Thompson getting set to kick it away. The 2024 high school football season is underway. Week 0 game, and it's caught by Marco, and he lost the ball, went into the end zone, and the Trojans line up on defense. It'll be 1st and 10. Jefferson, here we go.
Man, we haven't seen one of our kickers kick in the end zone for a while. That's good.
Fuji, the quarterback for TJ in his second year. He threw for 1,303 yards a year ago. The ball is spotted on their own 20-yard line. 1st down and 10. Atlantic lines up, as Fergie talked about, a different type of defense, nickel defense. And Carpenter wide right, 2 receivers left, including Kramer. And they'll keep an eye on him. Hadley is over on Kramer. Fuji out of the shotgun set. Man in motion, and off goes to Fuji, and he's tackled to the backfield right out of the gate. How about Evan Sorensen? He got to the backfield, got him around the legs, and brought him down for a loss of a yard.
There's a kind of a cool blocking scheme, but it did not work. Sorensen.
Fuji goes to sideline to get the play. 2nd down 11 for the Yellow Jackets to their own 19-yard line. The corners for Atlantic, Grant Petty. He's on the left side for the Trojans. The corner on the right is Shelton Malia, his second year as a starter for Atlantic. Here they come, Kramer wide right. Also wide right is Parks. Double split into the right side, one left. Snap back to Fuji, play action. He wants to throw the football, lobs one over the head of Mulligan, the fullback, coming down the backfield, incomplete. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 11.
Yeah, but it was cool because Sorensen was putting pressure and he put his hand up, so he had to toss it over Sorensen's hand, and there was nobody there.
3rd down 11 for TJ, just underway. The 3rd play here in this ball game. The ball at the 19-yard line of the Yellow Jackets. Fuji joins the huddle as the Yellow Jackets come up, ball near hash mark. They'll send Carpenter wide to the right side. 3 receivers left. Kramer anchors it far left side. Fuji out of the shotgun set. Shadow the backfield with Fuji. 3rd and 11. Here's the snap. Fuji to throw. Here comes the rush. He'll fire left side, and it is incomplete over the head of his intended receiver, Phillips. And it's going to bring up 4th down and 11. How about that start for Trojan defense?
Well, Fergie mentioned, that defense. He said that this defense is going to be pretty stiff, pretty tough.
Go down the sidelines and catch, Fergie. What about that first series for the Trojans?
Yeah, that was a wonderful start to this game, and one of the things I love about this defense is it keeps 6 men in the box, Barry.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. We used to play a monster back.
Preston Conaway will punt it away. He lines up on his own 8-yard line. Good snap. And the punt away, it's going to be a short spiraling punt. Lands on the 47-yard line of TJ. Takes a Yellow Jacket bounce across the 40 to about the 35.5-yard line. 1st down and 10 for the Trojans. And now we're going to see the Atlantic offense for the first time in 2024, and we're going to see a running attack, Perry.
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of excited to see this. I know there's a certain person that's ready to knock some teeth down some throat because he's wanting to hit somebody pretty hard.
Here we go. Atlantic lines up on I backfield. The quarterback is Tristan Hayes. He'll set up under center, double tight end set with a split end left. Here's a snap on the near sideline for the 35. Hand off to Tyson O'Brien. Cuts to the outside. Breaks the tackle. Runs through another. And gets across the 38 to the 39. A gain of 4 in the play. 2nd down and 6. They go to the edge.
Yep. I mean, you get 3. That's not bad.
Bringing it down.
Usually you want 4 or 5, but 3's good. I mean, very first offensive play. Everybody held on to the ball. No one jumped off sides. Pretty good play.
Well, that's another key, too, is the penalties on opening game of the season. 2nd down and 6 for the Trojans. Ball just shy of the 39-yard line of Atlantic. High backfield, double tight end set. Hayes under centers. The snap. Pitch back to Hayes. O'Brien again. Gets a block from McLaren. Loses the football, and he has to pounce on the 41. McLaren had a great block, and then the ball popped loose out of O'Brien's hands.
Well,
still a gain of 2 at the 41.
What it looked like, though, he was moving the ball to his. Aren't you running backs? You ran. You guys are supposed to put the ball towards the outside, instead of towards the sideline.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, and I think that's what he did, and I think he just got a little too pumped up.
Hands.
Yeah.
They'll send Hanson wide right double time with a wing. 3rd down and 5. Handoff goes to, I believe that's a new back in there. Across the 45, the 46. That's O'Brien. He picked up 5, just shy of the first down. 4th down and 1. The ball at the Trojan 45. Will they go?
You got a 247-pound fullback. I think you're going to go.
Hayes will check in with the play. 9:50 to go in the first quarter on the Seed Pro scoreboard. Atlantic's opening drive. TJ went 4 and out. There's the handoff. 1st down. McLaren pounds across the 46 to the 47. Darrell's helmet popped off. He'll have to come out for a play. Yeah. But the Trojans get a 1st down and 10. A Browns shoot. First down.
Gavin McLaren on the carry.
So Gavin McLaren, as you called it, Perry, got the call. It gets off the left side. On the 47-yard line of the Trojans, 1st down and 10. Clock shows 9.5 to play here in this first quarter. Your score brought to you by the Seed Pros. Hanson wide right. A receiver wide left under center Hayes. Near Hash. Hands off to O'Brien. Slices off the left side across the 50. Down the 49-yard line.
I'm sorry. I know they saw it on the film. Sorry about that.
Gain of 4 in the play. 2nd down and 6, and O'Brien's getting the football. His 3rd carry here in this series.
Let's just say offensive linemen and defensive linemen are not friendly during the game.
9:06 to go. First quarter. Atlantic with 2 receivers left and right. High backfield. 2nd down and 6 from the 49 of TJ. Hand off to McLaren. Pounds off the left side. Spins off a tackle. Spins off another. Pulls the pile across the 45. Down the 44-yard line. That's what we're looking for that big guy. Number 42. McLaren on the carry. And he drug people with him.
With the carry up the middle.
Yeah.
Gain of 5 yards. That's going to be
6'2" and 240 pounds of him.
He's at least 245.
3rd down and 1, just a yard shy of the ball of 44, the Yellow Jackets. Hanson wide right. They'll send 1 receiver left. Corbin Ritter, flank left, eye backfield. Atlantic moving the football from the 44. Handoff goes to O'Brien. Has the 1st down across the 40, down to the 39-yard line. Gain of 5 on the play. The 2nd 1st down for the Trojans here in the series. 1st down is brought to you by Browns Shoe Fit. And here we go. We talked about the running game, and that's all they've done here in this series.
I'm liking this pounding the ball. I mean, Coach Barnes will be loving this.
7:50 to go, first quarter. Atlantic on their opening drive. Another 1st down, the 39-yard line of TJ. The pitch back goes to O'Brien. Cuts back inside, across the 40. Has the run, 35-30, 25-20, down the 15-yard line, a big gain. A pickup of 25 big yards for O'Brien. He had some great blocking on the edge. The ball in the Armor Insurance red zone. To make sure your protection never breaks down, call Armor Insurance at 712-243-1951. Atlantic in the red zone.
Man, that's a nice run. Nice blocking, though. And the Duke, he's like a, I don't know, I'll figure the word out, but he's dives and jumps, and I mean, he finds himself a hole.
He seems a little quicker, too, and we do have a new tailback in the backfield. That's going to be McNeil. And it's going to be handoff to McLaren. Breaks the tackle and gets down inside the 15 to the 12. They hit McElroy. They call him Big Texas. And McLaren spun off of McElroy and gets down to the 13-yard line. Just a short gain. 2nd down.
Got 3.
2nd and 7 for the Trojans.
2nd down and 7, just under 7.
What do they call him, Big Tex?
Big Texas.
We'll come up with a better one than that.
2nd down and 5, Atlantic. The ball in the Armor Insurance red zone. Ball in the 14 of TJ. Hands it wide left. Atlantic has run the ball every play in the series, and now TJ jumps offside. Costello was a guilty party there at nose tackle. And it's going to be a 5-yard penalty against the Yellow Jackets, and Atlantic now will move the ball closer to the goal line. What a drive by the Trojans. What a job of the offensive line. They got to finish.
Yeah, I mean, the backs are running hard, and the linemen are making a hole just for their split second that they have to, and it's looking good.
2nd down and 1 for Atlantic. The football rests on the 8-yard line of the Yellow Jackets for hash. Atlantic moving right to left. Ritter wide right to Hanson, wide left eye backfield. The up back is McLaren. The tailback is McNeil. Under center is Tristan Hansen. 2nd and 1. A handoff. McLaren pounds right up the middle, spins off a tackle, jumps over another, and gets inside the 5. Down about the 3-yard line. 1st down and goal, Trojans.
They're going to give McLaren some Dramamine. He's spinning and spinning. I mean, he's going to get dizzy and sick.
McLaren carrying the ball up the middle.
Your 1st down brought to you by Brown Shoe Fit. So scoreboard brought to you by the Seed Pros. We dip under 6.
That's going to be good.
What an opening drive for Atlantic. All on the ground. And I'll tell you what, sometimes you play your best defense and offense.
Yes, and they're just eating the clock, which is awesome.
Here they come, the ball to 4. Knocking on the door as Hayes will duck under center. 1st down and goal for the 4. Under center, Hayes. He'll turn and give to McLaren. Touchdown, Trojans! Touchdown, Trojans!
That's a pretty big hole, man.
A 4-yard jump for McLaren, untouched into the end zone. Atlantic strikes for 6-0 on the Seed Pro scoreboard. What can you say about that?
Offensive line did a great job on that opening drive, and what the best part was, no flags, no fumbles. Everybody, they know the role.
Hayden Thompson will kick the extra point for Atlantic.
I think they need a center.
Yeah,
though.
Donovan Hedrington is a late comer in, and
he's got to hike the ball.
Yeah, he'll snap the ball as Thompson will try to make it a 7-0 lead for the Trojans. Here's a snap, the set, the kick is up, and it is right down Broadway. Atlantic up 7-0 on the Seed Pro scoreboard. 5:31 to play first quarter. We're back for the kickoff right after this.
Get ready for a fresh start at Greg Young Atlantic. Our Greg Young Fresh Start program helps you hit the road with confidence, overcome credit challenges with personalized financing, and a wide selection of great vehicles. Visit us today to find your brand new Chevy, GMC, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, or Ram, or check out our huge pre-owned selection at GregYoungAtlantic.com and GregYoungCDJRAtlantic.com. And to apply. Don't miss out on this incredible offer. Here at Greg Young, we go the extra mile for you.
Olson's Outdoor Power is your one-stop service and equipment shop for all things outdoor. We sell the best power sports products in the business, from Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, and Ski-Doo, trailers to tackle any job from H&H, Triton, and Wilson, and we continue to lead the way in lawn and garden equipment with great products from Exmark, Dixie Chopper, Husqvarna, Cub Cadet, Steel, and Echo. Add factory-trained technicians in 2 locations, and it's easy to see why Olson's Outdoor Power is the leader in all things outdoor. Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
Welcome back to Atlantic. The Trojans now take a 7-0 lead on a drive all on the ground. And Thompson kicks it away, a high end over end. It's going to be fielded at the 10-yard line, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. A good return. A great return by Marco. And the Yellow Jackets have good field position and a little momentum going into the second drive.
Something they have to work on during practice is kicked him.
Let's go down the sidelines and get a word from Kevin Ferguson. How about that drive for Atlantic, Kevin?
Oh, I love it. I absolutely loved it. Second play, I saw a tight end pancake somebody. And, it was away from the play, but it doesn't matter. Those are important blocks, guys.
Here we go. TJ first down and 10 for their own 42. Fuji the gun, takes it, hands off to Shadow, gets the left edge across the 45, 46, dives forward across midfield. Gets it down to the Trojan 49-yard line. A good gain. A pickup of 9. 2nd down and 1 for TJ.
I'm telling you kind of mentioned it when we were watching practice. That 0, I can see why they moved him to tailback.
He was a slot last year. They moved him back to tailback this season, and He was a slasher, but he had a good hole off that left side.
Oh, yeah. I mean, well, look at those 2 tackles they got. I guarantee if they walk into Golden Corral, those guys are shaking.
4:50 to go here in this first quarter. Perry's in season already. Mulligan in motion. Here's the pitch to Shano again. Cuts back inside the 50. Has the first down to the Trojan 45-yard line. TJ gets their first down. They went 3 and out the first time around, and now they're showing some moxie on offense as they get to the 45 of Atlantic.
Well, I was listening to one morning when I was coming to work, and their coach said that they kind of got some pretty good schemes that people don't know about yet, that they've kind of come up with. TJ.
First down and 10, ball at the 45 of Atlantic, 4:19 to play first quarter of the Seed Pro scoreboard. Trojans up 7-0. Carpenter wide left to Kramer. Wide to the near side along with Parks. Fuji hands off. Shano runs into a pile, finds a seam, and squirts to the 41-yard line for gain of 4. Second down and 6.
Shano, the ball carrier. Gain of 4 yards on the play. Bring up 2nd and 6 for TJ.
3:53 to play first quarter of the Seed Pro scoreboard.
Flasick on the tackle.
Sonny Flasick made the stop for Atlantic, the nose tackle of the Trojans. 6'3", 320. Flasick weighed in at preseason, and he's going to plug that hole up the middle. Carpenter wide right, 2 receivers left for Fuji. Out of the gun on a 2nd and 6 from the 41 of Atlantic. Takes the snap, hands off to Shadows, gets across the 35 down the 32-yard line. Another first down, a pickup of 9 more. And now the TJ Yellow Jackets are controlling the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I think they just had to get the jitters out there. I mean, there's some good scuffling going on even after the play with them linemen.
Atlantic shuffling as some guys in on the defensive line.
By number 43, Wales.
Wales made the stop for Atlantic. 3:09 to play here in the first quarter. TJ driving. First down and 10 for the 32-yard line of Atlantic. Trojans up 7-0 on the Seed Pro scoreboard. They'll send 1 receiver left. That's Kramer. And he's dangerous. He's on the narrow side of the field. Fuji in the shotgun set. Takes the snap, hands off to Shano. He runs into a pile of black shirts, and he's dropped down at the 35-yard line. Leading the charge for Atlantic, Jake Wales, the linebacker.
Who's that 65? He was in there, too.
Shano, the ball carrier.
For Atlantic.
Yeah, and he just came in.
Yeah, he just came in.
To the lineup.
He did good.
We don't have him listed here.
And 65.
Second down and 12.
Even the announcer doesn't.
Yeah, he's not listed in the program. Second down and 12, TJ. 2:19 to go first quarter. Football on the 34-yard line of Atlantic. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Fuji out of the gun with Shano to his left. He's going to throw this down, you can bet. Straight drop. He's going to fire, and it is caught at the 30 down the 25. Spins inside the 25, the 24. And the catch made by Braxton Parks.
Man, there was no one on him. I think there was a little blown coverage there.
Third down and 2 for TJ, a gain of 8. And Parks on the receiving end.
Petty and Terrell in on the tackle.
Terrell and Petty made the stop for Atlantic. 1:40 to go. First quarter. TJ driving. They trail 7-0 to Atlantic. And they'll have the ball to the near hash mark of the 24 of the Trojans. Third down and 2. This time they send Parks wide left, Kramer to the right. Offset eye, the pitch back goes to the tailback. Shadow gets the first down across the 20, down about the 17-yard line. A pickup of 7 more. And the Yellow Jackets have in the red zone first down and 10. The Armor Insurance red zone to make sure your protection never breaks down. Call Armor Insurance at 712-243-1951. 1:10 left first quarter. Impressive drive by the Yellow Jackets.
Most definitely.
I'm just down on the 17-yard line going in.
Fuji will get the play from the sideline. He'll bring it back in. Under 1 minute to go now in the first quarter. First down and 10. TJ at the 17 of Atlantic. 7-0 Trojans. Ball near hash mark. They'll send 1 receiver wide left, and that's Carpenter. Kramer to the right eye backfield. Mulligan in motion.
And we've false start.
A false timeout was called, I believe, before that. So the Jefferson Yellow Jackets get a timeout. And we'll take it with them. Atlantic up 7-0. We're back right after these.
Get to
to the Super Bowl in Atlantic for a great night of entertainment. League teams are forming now. If you don't have a team and still want to compete, you can sign up and Dan will find a team for you. Stop by or call 712-243-4656. And the Super Bowl is not just for leagues. It's a fantastic place for parties. And as always, Glow Bowling on Friday and Saturday nights.
At Seed Pros, our mission is to be your business partner every day of every season.
Pioneer Hybrid International was founded in Iowa back in 1926 and is still American today. Not many other seed providers can make that claim.
We partner with you to continually push the limits by combining elite seed genetics, local infield knowledge, along with customer service second to none.
We are with you from the word go. Contact Mark Van Tiger, Gary Dinkla, Nick Knudsen, or John Becker to partner with a team that puts your business needs first.
Welcome back to Atlantic. First down and 10 for the Yellow Jackets at the Atlantic 17 in the Armor Insurance red zone. Fuji under center, sends Mulligan in motion right. Mulligan gets the call. He gets hit. He breaks through the tackle across the 15 and somersaults his way across the 15 down the 14 for a gain of 3. Trojans trying to tackle high, and that just didn't work.
No, but 65 is Draven Mitchell, and he's the one that kind of tackled high.
Thank you. Draven Mitchell in there.
Draven.
Tackle made by Terrell.
So Terrell made the stop for Atlantic. 17 seconds to go, first quarter. Jefferson has the ball on the Atlantic 14-yard line. Second down and 6. Carper wide right. Parks and Kramer left. Single backfield, back in motion, Parks. Out of the gun, Fuji takes the snap, hands off to Parks. He's trying to get the edge. He gets around the corner, and he's up in it, and Evan Sorensen piggybacked him down inside the 15, down to about the 13-yard line. A gain of 1, and that'll be at the end of the first quarter, Perry Feet.
That was a good swarm by the defense. Pretty good swarm. I mean, they didn't fall for that trickery.
Let's get on the sidelines and get a word from Kevin Ferguson. Talk about TJ. What are they doing right down there?
They're blocking. There you go, Tom.
Yeah, that's the best answer you can give.
We got a first quarter score, Atlantic 7, the Yellow Jackets nothing but. The TJ has the ball on the 13 of Atlantic. We start the second quarter. We're back in a half a minute on 95.7 FM, our live video stream, westerniowatoday.com.
Have you ever heard the saying, people spend their life building wealth and neglecting their health, only to wish they could trade their wealth for better health at the end? This is Dr. Fritz Beyer, and it has now been over 30 years since my first chiropractic adjustment. I still get asked, do you get adjusted? Absolutely. I try to get adjusted at least once a month. I'm 47 now and still try to stay as active as ever. While I do get a few more aches and pains than when I was younger, it feels great to be able to step on the mat and help kids learning to wrestle. Chiropractic has helped me feel young enough to do it. If staying active is part of your future plans, call 254-BODY to get your body back to the basics.
Thinking about what you want to do in retirement can be fun, and planning for it doesn't have to be difficult. According to Money Guide Incorporated, only 3 out of 10 Americans have a financial plan, and 1/3 report they have no retirement savings. Financial planning is not just all about assets, investments, and net worth. It's about identifying your financial goals. Hi, I'm Erin Friend, a certified financial planner and registered investment advisor. We help you create a customized financial plan based on your expectations, financial situations, and goals. Please contact me, Erin Friend, at 712-207-3521.
With offset eye, 2 receivers left. Fuji out of the gun. Takes the snap. 3rd and 5. Shadow tries to find a hole, and he's going to be caught and dropped after a gain of maybe 1. Great job of the Trojans. Sorensen was plugging things up, and the linebackers came in to clean up.
Brought down by number 70, Sorensen.
Yeah, Sorensen did a great job.
Yes,
there.
he did. I mean, he's a Brahma Bull, man. I mean, seriously.
Left defensive end for Atlantic.
Back to the front.
Sorensen, 5'11", 255. Fourth down. 5. TJ, early second quarter. Big play for the Yellow Jackets. Atlantic pins their ears back and digs in on the defensive line. Quarterback is Fuji with 2 receivers left, 2 right. He's going to throw it. Steps up, looks to fire. He'll toss one to the end zone. That is incomplete. Way over the head of Parks. Atlantic will take over on down.
Defense stepped up. I mean, plus, Brahma Bull was going to, if they would have held the ball for another second, he was going to get pummeled. That quarterback was.
Great job by Atlantic down the red zone. Let's go get a word from Kevin Ferguson. Kevin, that was big.
Yes, it was, Tom. And, forcing them into that pass that they haven't been successful with yet tonight. They'll go back to it. But, with good defense and a little pressure, my gosh, it makes the quarterback nervous.
Good stuff, Kevin. And now Atlantic has the ball back. We'll see if they can sustain another long drive. They have it back at the 13-yard line. 11:14 to go first half. 7-0 Trojans in motion.
That dude jumped offside.
TJ jumped offside. So Atlantic will get a free 5 there, Perry Feed.
All right. You take anything you can get.
Ball up to the 18-yard line. That's the first penalty here in the first half, which really is amazing for a
first
game one.
Right.
1st and 5 Atlantic. They move the ball the Trojan 18-yard line. And they'll bring a receiver, Brock Goodrich, out to the right side. He's put on some muscle this season. One receiver left, and Goodrich back into motion. Hayes under center, eye backfield. He gives it to Tyson O'Brien, cuts inside and slices off the 20 to about the 22. A gain of 4. He got a good kick-out block from McLaren.
Yeah, he did. McLaren, I mean, he's just, he's having fun hitting different people.
2nd and 1, Atlantic.
Made by number 21, Baker.
Under 11 to play first half. Atlantic up 7-0. They have not thrown the football so far. In that opening drive, they marched right down the field, pounding it off tackle. Round the edge a couple of times. McLaren polished it off with a 4-yard run. High backfield behind the quarterback, Tristan Hayes. 2nd down and 1 from his own 22. Hayes sends Goodrich back in motion near side.
Ooh.
Hayes, play action, wants to throw. He looks over the middle and he fires to Hanson, and it is caught at the 40-yard line. Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness. Hanson had to come back for it.
And he got, I don't want to say that. He got mugged.
Yeah, and the flag was thrown. It's not going to matter.
Nope.
Oh, Hayes threw a bullet down the sideline. Atlantic with the ball in the 39 of the Yellow Jackets. Hanson with a great catch. Great concentration. He had to come back to get the football, and that's what you like to see in a receiver.
Yeah, I mean, you said he's one of our best receivers, right?
What a job. On a 2nd and 1, Atlantic with a surprising throw. First down and 10, Atlantic at the 39-yard line of the Yellow Jackets. Trojans up 7-0, and they're moving the football again, this time aerial. They've got a wing back to the left, eye backfield, and the play action again. And Hayes rolls left. He's going to fire, and it is caught by Goodrich at the 20.
What Goodrich did is he actually ripped it out of the defender's hand because the defender was intercepting it, and Goodrich just had bigger, stronger paws and ripped the ball away from the defense.
Well, you got to love the way these receivers want to get the football.
They're coming back for it. I mean, quarterback, he's not like the biggest guy in the world.
Hayes 2 for 2. One long one to Jared Hanson, and now Goodrich makes a great catch. First down at 10, Trojans near that Armor Insurance red zone, the 21 of TJ. Early second quarter. High backfield, the quarterback Hayes will duck under center. Hanson to wide right, and the Trojans jump offsides. Well, there's the first penalty for Atlantic.
Yeah, I would be excited too after that catch.
Hey, did you notice that the quarterback Hazer had a little bit of skip in his step as he joined? He gained some confidence. He's played QB before as a sophomore, and so he's familiar with the position, but he comes out 2 for 2 in the air. 1st and 15 for Atlantic, the ball on the 26 of TJ. 9:26 left to play here in this first quarter. Score brought to you by the Seed Pro. 7-0 Trojans. Hanson wide left, the ball to the far hash mark. High backfield, Hayes under center. He'll give the big guy McLaren pounding off the 20, and he's still going the 16. A pickup of about 9. They're going to mark at the 17.
McLaren.
Kind of reminds me of Jerome Bennis. There's one guy ain't going to take him down. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, he's, 6'3", 245.
Yep.
He gets the ball down inside the Armor Insurance Red Zone to make sure protection never breaks down. Call Armor Insurance. The number is 712-243-1951. 8:43 to go, second quarter. Atlantic driving again. The ball to 17. Hayes under center, takes the snap. Handoff McLaren. Pounds off the left side across the 10. And he's tripped up inside the 10. Down to the 8-yard line. A gain of 9 to the play. And the Trojans move the sticks away from the sidelines. It's going to be a first down and goal.
Yeah. He's a locomotive. That's what he is.
What did we call him last year, Hoss?
Well, yeah, there's a couple. I mean, that dude from Blazing Saddles.
First and goal, Atlantic lead, yard line of TJ. Trojans have a 7-0 lead. 8:12 to play, first quarter. Hayes takes it, hands off to O'Brien. He gets across the 5 to the 4. Thought he was going to go for a moment. And he was tripped up just inside the 5-yard line. 7:58 to go, first half, second down and goal from the 4. Hayes will bring the play in. I'm guessing McLaren.
Yeah, give it to Mongo.
That's
what we call it. At least one game.
Here they come, second and 4. Atlantic up by a touchdown, and they could add to it here. Hayes under center. He'll turn, hand off to the big guy, McLaren, and touchdown.
I don't think they realize
touchdown,
he's
Trojan 2. I mean, he was untouched.
Yeah, I don't think they realize he's got speed.
4.6 speed in the 40.
At 245 pounds.
A 4-yard TD run for McLaren. He's got another 4-yard TD. Atlantic now up 13-0 on the C-Pro scoreboard with 7:34 to go here in this first half of play. And Thompson will try to make it a 14-0 game. The snap is a bad one. Atlantic's going to have to eat it. And
don't be standing
going to
around.
hold it there at 13-0. So bad snap.
Yeah.
Point after, no good.
And the point after, no good. And Atlantic with a 13-0 lead. We'll take a 30-second timeout. We're back with a Trojan kick right after this.
If you own an RV or a sprayer, listen up. I have valuable advice. Don't procrastinate. Get your RV antifreeze from Atlantic and Audubon Egg and Auto now before you get busy with fall prep and harvest. Do it while the weather is good. It is available in gallons by the case and bulk 55-gallon drums. Come spring, you'll thank me and say, Amy Jo, that girl's got game. Atlantic and Audubon Egg and Auto, your local CarQuest retail store, your winterization destination.
Welcome back to Atlantic. The Trojans up 13-0 on the C-Pro scoreboard. We'll go to the sidelines and get a word from Kevin Ferguson after we get this kickoff. Hayden Thompson will boot it away. 2 deep back, stand back. Marco is one of them, Kramer the other. Here's the kick, a high end over end, short kick. Run down at the 20-yard line and returned by Westfall out of bounds at the 30. Let's go to Kevin Ferguson.
Returns for 10 yards.
Yeah, those D-backs, when McLaren gets through that line and gets to the second level and then get to the third level,
Yellow Jackets.
man, I would not want to be them. I mean, there's a 150-pound difference, and he's got a full head of steam. Perry, that's like putting a penny on the train track, buddy.
I guarantee there's probably drool coming out of McLaren's mouth because he wants to pound on those little guys.
Here we go, first and 10. Yellow Jackets at their own 29. 7:31 to play, first half. Atlantic up 13-0. The snap to Fuji. The handoff to Shadow. Fumble the football. And Fuji's able to pounce on it back at the 25.5. A loss of 4.
Sorry.
It's going to bring up a second and 14, Perry.
I didn't mean to yell fumble. I know the players couldn't hear me.
Lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, you told the listening audience.
Yeah?
They can see it on Cody's video. By the way, our video stream brought to you by Nishtanet. The audio stream brought to you by Greg Young in Atlantic. They go the extra mile. Second and 13. Football on the TJ 26 with under 7 to play here in this first half. Our halftime guest will be Dan Vargason. We'll talk cross country, Costa Rica, and fuel. Here's the snap back to Fuji. Hand off to Shano. He has nowhere to go. And he finds a hole and gets to the 31.
He did a good job.
He did a great job as he had to pick his way and find a seam.
Well, he barely got the handoff, too. That's just it. So he had to get the handoff, and it was a little iffy.
He got his yards back and then some. 3rd down and 8 for the Yellow Jackets at their own 32-yard line. A very quick-moving first half. 6:22 to go on the Seed Pros scoreboard. Atlantic up 13-0. A couple of 4-yard runs by McLaren, capping off some long drives. That second drive aided by two long passes to Hanson and Goodrich. Fuji out of the shotgun, 3rd and 7 for the 32. He'll take it, wants to throw it, has time. Now ducks through the 35, gets to the 40-yard line, and he's tackled there. Hunter Nelson made the stop for Atlantic.
Fuji will keep it.
Nice one-on-one, a 1st down and 10.
That's good, though. He ran it because that's telling us our DBs were doing their job, and he had nowhere to throw the ball.
And the pocket was starting to collapse, too.
So, I mean, I'd run, too.
1st down and 10, a brown shoe fit 1st down for the Yellow Jackets at their own 39-yard line. They're down 13-0 on the Seed Pros scoreboard under 5.5 to play 1st half. They'll send Carpenter wide right with Phillips. Kramer wide left with Parks. One man in the backfield, that's Shano. Fuji from the gun, from his own 39, takes the snap. Sets up in the pocket, fires over the middle, incomplete. Wow. And he's overthrown his receivers here in this first half. Parks, the intended target, and Malia was escorting him down the field.
Right. When he was stride for stride. I think the quarterback's just kind of still probably has the jitters, but he's got pretty good arm the way it looks. I mean, he's just overthrowing his guys right now, but maybe they'll get in sync second half.
5:12 to go here in the second quarter. Sonny Flasik, the big 300-pound nose tackle, comes out for Atlantic. And Reed Woodward going to get some time on that defensive line. Woodward, the anchor in that offensive line, a 3-year starter there. And he spells Sonny at nose tackle. TJ comes up on a 2nd down and 10 for their own 39-yard line. 5:12 to go in the first half. Fuji out of the gun, takes it. Hands off to Shadow, the tailback. He gets across the 40. He spins and is brought down.
He's hurt.
At the 43, and he got hit.
Who's our number one? What's that? Or one? Who's one? He just
Carter Hadley made the stop, and
holy moly.
We don't want to see this.
No, that's not good. He got
the junior 2nd-year starter for TJ, and he is down on the carry. 3rd down and 6. For the Yellow Jackets, the ball through him 43, and we'll take an injury timeout. We're back in a minute on 95.7 FM on live video stream at westerniowatoday.com.
The weather is changing. It's time for the leaves to change colors, hoodies, football, and crops to come out of the fields. The changing weather is a good time to remind you of your changing insurance needs. Hi, this is Lucas Mosier at Armor Insurance, and we will sit down and go over your current coverage so when you're out working in the fields, you feel confident that we have you covered from your fields to your house to your vehicles that you drive. Because at Armor Insurance, we're here to protect you. Armor Insurance with offices in Atlantic, Griswold, and Council Bluffs.
When you're on the go, it's all about convenience. Add fantastic food, beverages, plus BP superior fuels, and you have Olson's BP in Atlantic. From sunup to sundown, we're the Keep You Going store. From our loaded breakfast burritos and Bunker Dunker donuts to our delicious Champs chicken and pizza to go, we have the food you crave. Don't forget the cold beer in the beer cave. Stop in and fill her up. There's always something you need at Olson's BP, the Keep You Going store, 2nd and Locust in Atlantic.
Back to Atlantic on a 3rd and 6 now, and Shano is fine, thank goodness. And he's going to take the snap here. Boy, looked like he was in pain, but tough kid. He's back going. From the 43, Shano on a play action, rolls right, fires over the middle, and is caught inside the 45 by Parks to the 41.
I told you they're going to hook up sooner or later.
Parks made the catch. His 2nd catch of the game, and they move into Atlantic territory at the Trojan 41 with 4:35 to go. That was just a little boot by the quarterback, Fuji. Faked the tailback and rolled right.
To the 41-yard line and a 1st down. So it'll be 1st and 10.
4:24 to go first half. Atlantic up 13-0 on the Seed Pros scoreboard. TJ with a football. Fuji, the quarterback, will line up in the shotgun set. Carpenter wide to the right. Parks and Kramer left. Shadow the backfield, Mulligan the tailback. Here's his pitch to Shadow. Gets inside across the 40, down the 35, and he's Brought down at the 35-yard line. Hadley was there, and Wales, Joaquin Wales. So first down. There's second down and 4 for TJ. 3:50 to go. We'll see what kind of play we have here. They bring in Jorge Camarena with the play. Fuji will join the huddle. Camarena will be...
There's no way I can announce half those names you're saying.
Yeah, Camarena will be in the tailback spot, it looks like, for Shano. And they'll set Marco wide right down the lineup. Parks to the left. Carpenter on the receiving end as well. And Camarena takes it. He's hit and dropped. Woodward was there, but the initial hit
78
was made by number 65. And did we find out who that was earlier? We got to get that.
I told you. You didn't write it down.
No, I haven't had a chance. Third down and 4. The ball at the 36. 3:01 to go here in this first half of play.
No gain on the play.
Good job by the Trojan defense. We'll see what the Yellow Jackets do here. They had the ball deep in Atlantic territory early. And then they overthrew in a fourth down. Atlantic took over and then marched down the field and scored. Fuji, the quarterback, out of the gun. Takes the snap. Looks to throw. Fires right side. Incomplete. Over the head of Phillips. Good coverage by the Trojans. Sawyer Terrell was there. Now a fourth down for TJ.
Well, how much time? 2:37. They'll go for it, won't they?
I think they will. The ball at the 41 and a half of Atlantic. 2:37 to play. The clock is stopped for the Yellow Jackets at a fourth down. Atlantic up 13-0 on the Seed Pros scoreboard. And checking in is Fuji with the play, the quarterback. He'll bring him up. They'll send one receiver left. That's Marco. Phillips and Carpenter wide right. Shadow in the backfield with Fuji out of the gun. He's going to throw it here on a 4th down and 5. He's going to look to throw. He'll roll
pressure.
Still's got it. He's got the first down across the 30. He runs the ball out of bounds at about the 28-yard line. They're going to mark the 27 for a gain of 9 and a gain of 11 yards. First down and 10. Big play.
Yeah, he was running for his life.
2:30 to go here in this first half of the Seed Pros scoreboard. The ball on the 36 of Atlantic. I like Fuji with his legs.
Yeah, I mean,
he's got good legs on him, and he can run in that pocket. He's a dangerous runner.
He could tell there was pressure coming. He knew everybody was covering. He's like, I got to go. I mean, and he took off.
First down and 10, TJ. 2:29 to go here in this first half. Now we got a timeout called by the Yellow Jackets. We'll take it with them. 2:29 to play in the half. We're back in a minute on 95.7 FM, a live video stream on WesternIowaToday.com.
Hello, I'm Elvis Haas with Elvis Haas State Farm, and we're more than just an insurance agency. We're part of the community, and we hope to soon be part of your family in helping you understand your coverages. We meet with people just like you every day to help prepare them for what life throws at them, covering your auto, home, farm, business, life, and financial services. We help walk you through everything, and we're here for your support. Stop by our location at 1/2 block west of the. Check us out at Facebook or call 712-243-4824. Elvis Haas State Farm is there. And we're here to help you with your auto, home, life, farm, business, health, as well as financial services. See Elvis Haas State Farm on Facebook or at our location, 1/2 block west of the courthouse, 712-243-4824.
Welcome back to Atlantic as we go to a 1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets. Are driving. Atlantic up 13-0 on the Seed Pros scoreboard. Fuji, the quarterback, he is out of the shotgun. The football on the 27 of Atlantic. Fuji to throw. Sets up. Now he rolls right. Rolling right. Stops and fires. It is caught by Kramer at the 10, down the 9. He's brought down at the 8. What a catch by Kramer. It was over his head. He snagged it and gets the first and goal in the Armor Insurance red zone. To make sure your protection never breaks down, call Armor Insurance at 712-243-1951. The ball in the 8 of Atlantic.
Yeah, but I think we're going to have an injury timeout because one of their big behemoths, 78, he's limping pretty hard.
And it could be a cramp.
Hopefully.
Hope that's all it is. And we'll keep it right here for a recap The Trojans' opening drive marched down the field, and it was polished off by Gavin McLaren's 4-yard touchdown run. Hayden Thompson kicked the extra point good to make it 7-0. Then TJ, after going 3 and out on their opening drive, turned right around and mixed a couple of passes in with some good runs, and they got deep in Trojan territory, but Atlantic forced a 4 and out, I should say. The Trojans took over at their own 13, and they marched all the way to the other end. Again, Gavin McLaren with a 4-yard run. However, the two big plays were two big pass plays, one to Jared Hansen and the other to Brock Goodrich, who made 2 outstanding catches, and that set up that touchdown run by Gavin McLaren from 4 yards out. The extra point was no good via low snap. Atlantic leads 13-0, and big old number 78, that's Malik Nichols, a 6'3", 290-pound offensive tackle. Limps off the field. He's going to be on his own power. And
say them 2 little girls were not going to be able to carry him off.
So hope the best for Malik. 2:10 to go first half. And the TJ Yellow Jackets are knocking the door here. First down and goal from the 8 of Atlantic. Fuji, the quarterback, with 2:07 and counting to go. He'll duck under center from the 8. Mulligan in motion to the right. Long count, Fuji. Pitch to Shadows. Got the edge, and he's hit by Sorensen and brought down at the line of scrimmage. No gain. Second and goal from the 8. Good job by Sorensen.
Oh, awesome job.
The thing is, Sorensen playing that right defensive end. When you can turn the play in and make the tackle at the same time, you're doing something.
Look who's coming in.
Yeah, Gab McLaren will check in. Yeah, he's going to out comes Matthew Pollock, so they're going to put McLaren at a right defensive tackle.
Locomotives in on defense. I knew he was going to come in sooner.
Sonny's on that left side, or nose tackle. Second and goal from the 8 for the TJ Yellow Jackets. 1.5 to play first half. Atlantic up 13-0. Fuji under center. Long count again. The snap. The handoff. Shadow gets the outside of the 5, and he's buried at the 4-yard line. A gain of 4. Now third down and goal from the 4 with 1:06 to play here in this first half. Boy, that thing was open. It looked like he might go, and the coach was able to close the gap in a hurry.
The defense did a good job and closed that, because like you said, it was wide open.
50 seconds left first half of the Seed Pros scoreboard. Atlantic up 13-0. We'll see if they can hold the Yellow Jackets here. 2 receivers right, Phillips in the slot, Carpenter wide left, Kramer wide right with that nice catch on this drive. 38 seconds to go, 30 goal to the 4 for Jefferson. Fuji out of the shotgun, takes the snap, looks to throw, fires, and it is caught. Touchdown, TJ Kramer made another great catch in the end zone. It was well covered, and Fuji laid it right in there for a 4-yard TD, and the Yellow Jackets are on the board.
Yeah, that was a good throw. That was a good route. I mean, hate to say it, but that's a good play.
28 seconds left first half, and Fuji with a 4-yard pass play to Kramer. And the extra point is coming up.
Down by a plethora of Trojans.
Mason Kramer will attempt the PAT, a latecomer into the special teams lineup, and they got him in there. So Kramer will kick it. Here's the snap, the set, the kick is no good. 13-6 Atlantic maintains a 7-point lead on the Seed Pro scoreboard, but an excellent drive by TJ, and Kramer made 2 nice catches.
Yes, he did. He did real well.
Let's go to the sidelines and get a word from Kevin Ferguson. Kevin?
Yeah, one of the things I'm noticing is when the quarterback scrambles out of the pocket, he tends to go to the weak side. And, some of the biggest plays they've made tonight, Tom, they're attacking that weak side. So we'll see. It'll be real interesting to see what Coach Satoff does at halftime to kind of shore that up a little bit.
Thank you, Kevin Ferguson. Sideline guy. 28 seconds to go. And I'm going to ask Kevin. He's been with us a long time. You're in the 18th year, Perry.
Is that how long it's been?
18 years?
In the seat. Wow.
If my math is correct, started back in 2006.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mickey Stork at you asked me, and it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I can cuss a lot. You guys won't let me cuss. I don't know if this is going to work.
First game was at Heelan, Bishop Heelan, Sioux City. 28 seconds on the clock. TJ on the board, 13-6. Atlantic with the lead on the Seed Pro scoreboard. So here we go. A kickoff is coming up. Jaden Hill will kick it away for the Yellow Jackets. Atlantic will get the ball to start the second
Atlantic
half.
called a timeout. I think they're thinking onside kick.
Yeah, I think so. Coach Bremer calls a timeout. Hey, we'll take a 30-second timeout with it. We're back right after this.
Hello, I'm Elvis Hass with Elvis Hass State Farm, and we're more than just an insurance agency. We're part of the community, and we hope to soon be part of your family in helping you understand your coverages. We meet with people just like you every day to help prepare them for what life throws at them. Covering your auto, home, farm, business, life, and financial services, we help walk you through everything, and we're here for your support. Stop by our location at 1/2 block west of the court. Check us out at Facebook or call 712-243-4824. Elvis Hass State Farm is there.
Some hands up on that.
Well, yes, and exactly.
Yeah.
They've got Xavier Darrow, they've got Ritter, and they've got McLaren and O'Brien up. Now they move the ball to the far hash mark to the 40-yard line, away from the good hands people. Hill will kick it away. 28 seconds to go in the half, 13-6 Atlantic. Here's the kickoff. A line drive, and it's caught at the 20 and dropped immediately. That was Sawyer Terrell, the only man back for Atlantic, and he wasn't very deep.
Nope.
So the Trojans first down and 10 from the 21. And we'll see if they'll be content probably to just run it out.
Yeah.
Halftime coming up. Our guests, the coach Dan Vargason, head cross-country coach, head girls basketball coach. Also led a trip to Costa Rica. We'll talk about that. Come up at halftime. So first down and 10 Atlantic. The ball at the 20-yard line of the Trojans. On the Seed Pros scoreboard, double tight end set, and we're going to see the Hayes probably just take a knee, and that'll be it. Halftime coming up, Atlantic 13-6 on the Seed Pros scoreboard. Our halftime show brought to you by Aiken Building Center. When you want it done right, to see the folks that do it best, Aiken Building Center. We're back with a first half recap and a visit with Atlantic cross-country coach Dan Vargason right after these.
Aiken Building Center is your one-stop shop for all your home improvement needs. You'll find electrical, plumbing, paint supplies, trim, cabinetry, flooring, interior and exterior doors and windows. Offering a complete line of landscaping products, retaining wall block, mulch and decorative rock. Don't forget Aiken's for all your tools, roofing supplies, siding, lumber and more. Let Aiken's design pros help you plan everything for your new kitchen, bathroom, or even your new dream home. Aiken Building Center in Atlantic, Corning, Clarinda, and Creston.
Welcome back here. We've got Kevin Ferguson, the sideline with head coach Joe Brummer. Kevin, take it away.
Coach, one word come to mind, especially through that first quarter and most of the second quarter, physical.
That was a game plan, yeah. Trying to get downhill, be physical, and make sure it's a fist fight in the phone booth.
And the defense shut them down in the red zone. That's got to make you really happy.
Yeah, no, we do a really good job of bend but don't break style of defense. Coach Saitoff's got them coached up. We got to make some adjustments, but we'll be ready.
Offensive line, that's some of the best I've seen for a long time.
We're getting there. No, they're playing good. They're playing well. We just got to make sure that, well, we got some things to clean up here and there, but overall, can't be mad with 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate it. You bet. Thank you, Kevin Ferguson, and thanks, Coach Joe Brummer. Hey, we're going to be back right after these with Atlantic head cross-country coach Dan Vargason coming up.
As the seasons change, so should your footwear. Embrace the fall with new arrivals at Brown's Shoe Fit in downtown Atlantic. We've got a fantastic selection of boots, shoes, athletic wear, and Trojan apparel crafted to fit every demand. Plus, new styles arriving daily. For unparalleled comfort, variety, and the perfect fit, visit us at 502 Chestnut Street. Brown's Shoe Fit. Fitting feet for 110 years and counting.
Get ready for a fresh start at Greg Young Atlantic. Our Greg Young Fresh Start program helps you hit the road with confidence, overcome credit challenges with personalized financing, and a wide selection of great vehicles. Visit us today to find your brand new Chevy, GMC, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, or Ram. Or check out our huge pre-owned selection at GregYoungAtlantic.com and GregYoungCDJRAtlantic.com. And to apply. Don't miss out on this incredible offer. Here at Greg Young, we go the extra mile for you.
Welcome back. Halftime here in Atlantic. Halftime show brought to you by Aiken Building Center. When you want it done right, see the folks who do it best. Aiken Building Center. And we're joined by Atlantic head cross-country coach, Atlantic head girls basketball coach, and amongst other things we're going to talk about here at halftime. But, Coach, let's talk about cross-country. Now, you've had a couple of weeks here. Your first meet a week from tomorrow in Glenwood. Time trials on Tuesday. So after the first couple of weeks, evaluate your girls and boys teams.
Yeah, I'd say the biggest thing I've seen is a lot of growth, particularly with our young runners. Early on, like we talked about, we had a lot of new faces, not just freshmen, but new runners in general. And I think the growth has been tremendous. Some kids are really getting out of their comfort zone. They're buying into the workouts. They're putting in the time and doing everything that Coach Mosier and I are asking them to do. And I think they're starting to see the results. They're getting more comfortable. There were some kids that came out that were really hesitant to join. I know some of them flat out said, they thought it was kind of stupid. And now they're like, man, I really am enjoying this. So the attitudes are changing. The training is starting to hit. So I'm really excited to see what time trials look like this Tuesday night.
Do you see some kids, without naming them, because we're going to find out on Tuesday, but do you see some runners who are starting to separate themselves already?
Yeah, I would say we've got a couple guys who have really kind of separated from the pack, but then the good thing right now is I think we have a big clump of guys on the boys' side for sure that are really competing with each other. If I had to pick a line of 7 guys right now, I couldn't do it. Yeah. Tuesday is going to show us a lot, and we've had some guys that have been out for personal reasons. We've had some guys that have been out with some injuries, so our lineup has kind of been fluid right now too. But again, I just like that competition aspect. But we've had a couple who have just been a little bit ahead of everybody else, and then we have a gap, and then there's about 6 to 8 guys that are competing for the next wave. And then over on the girls' side, our numbers are really hurting right now. We've had some injuries bite us on the girls' side, and we have some girls that can't run at Glenwood. We're hoping right now to have 5 girls healthy and running at Glenwood.
And that'll be a week from tomorrow. And always an interesting venue. The course is different than anything you run in all year.
Yeah, it's just a lot of switchbacks. You go up on a hill and you just run down the hill back and forth, run up a hill and do it again, basically. So it's unique. Our kids like it. It's really downhill. Everything we run over here is hilly. And, over there you get one hill and everything else is just go back and forth and chase people. So you just got to get out strong, get yourself in a good position and hang on for dear life is the best way to put it over at Glenwood.
Talk about Tuesday. It's photo day and also media day and time trial day. A lot going on.
Yeah, and that's the way we want it to be. Get these kids ready, because then when you get to Saturday, you just got to go out and race. And you've already been through a little bit of a day that you experience some things. And it's nice because with that media day, nothing's live or anything like that. They just got to get some practice in, and then they know how to kind of handle themselves when I'm not around on meet days when you guys come up to them. And, you guys do a great job working with our kids in the first place and really help them be comfortable. But, when they're there and they get some experience and some practice with their teammates, it makes it really easy when they get to meets. And then the team pictures, it's just nice for everybody to have that memory, be like, hey, I did something when I was in high school. Sometimes it's hard to believe. I tell them I was a runner back in the day.
You ran marathons, Coach.
Yeah, it's been a while. And then, time trials, that's really cool because, again, a lot of these kids, that first time trial we did, they felt a little pressure just because they knew it was being timed. But there's going to be people that come out. It's not a huge showing, but we get people that come out and watch. So when there's parents and stuff, they feel a little bit more pressure. It's a good little bit of a simulation to get them warmed up for the real deal on Saturday.
What's the course going to be then?
Yeah, same course we've always had out at Nishnah Hills. Yep, so we'll be out there running the same course. The only changes that you'll see, you guys won't notice because there's just some no-mow zones that they have out at the course. But otherwise, it's the same course that we've been running the last couple of years out there. And again, we're very thankful for Nishnah Hills for allowing us to come back again this year. They've been very good to work with and allowing us to use their facilities.
Talk about some of the major meets this season, including your home meet.
Yeah, we're actually going same schedule with the exception of Shenandoah and Southeast Polk. So we really enjoy the Ballard meet's a really cool meet. That's very prestigious. There's a lot of really good teams. Solon's a top 5-10 team in the state. They're always at that meet. It's just absolutely loaded. So that's always a fun meet to go to. But we've got a lot of talented teams in our area. So pretty much every meet we go to, there's going to be a lot of really good teams. But, Panorama, really cool. You run along the lake. It's not very spectator friendly, but the kids get to run on the lake and through the trails. It's a really natural course, so it's a really cool place to run.
Coach, anything else to add about cross country?
Again, I'm just really happy with the way our kids have progressed. Early on with all the new faces, you never know what it's going to be like, but our kids have bought into to what we instill in the program, which is hard work and family. We want our kids to treat each other like teammates and like family members, and we're starting to see that, so that's awesome. The other thing, I forgot to mention this early in the season, but, when you see kids out running, try to help them out. So most of the kids, we teach the kids, they're supposed to run on the left side of the road. They're supposed to be going single file if they see cars, but sometimes around a hill, younger kids maybe don't see it. So I know I saw the other day a car really slow down and move over, so I appreciate that. Just try to keep our kids safe. We teach them, but they're kids. At the end of the day, they make mistakes. So, just try to keep an eye out for kids. And we always teach them, they may, cars are bigger. So, pay attention. And, I know it's sunny in the morning sometimes when we're running, but, try to keep your eye out for kids.
Very good, Coach. Thanks for all that. Our halftime brought to you by Aiken Building Center, where the pros shop in downtown Atlantic. Aiken Building Center. When you're on the right, see the folks who do it best. Well, let's talk about Costa Rica and what a trip you had. Take us through, 10 days?
Yeah, 10 days, and it was awesome. We had a great group of kids. We took 25 kids, 4 adults on the trip. Alyssa Bolts, school counselor, went. Tricia now Koenig, was nice Swanger, Spanish teacher, went, and Laura Friend went. But our kids were fantastic. Flew out of Des Moines, went into Houston. Spent a couple days in all over the country, really. We moved every about 2 days. Landed San Jose. Then we go to La Fortuna, got to go see a waterfall, volcano, go kayaking. Then we move into Monteverde, which is basically the best way to put it. It's Iowa and Costa Rica. A little bit more rural, gravel roads. I get to go zip lining, go see quite a few things like coffee tour, chocolate tours. And then we go to Central Pacific Coast, which is their beach day. It's about the only day it's hot. Everyone thinks rainforest is hot. It's not. It's just really humid. Most time we're there, it's about 70 degrees, and we got perfect weather to see everything. But they got their beach day. Got to go whitewater rafting. Took dance lessons this year. It was a really cool experience, but everything was smooth. The travel this year, we had no delays. First time, I think, ever. So it was fantastic, and it was a great experience for the kids.
Dance lessons. So what kind of lessons were those?
Salsa and tango. So actually, our tour guide, I'm friends with. This is our 3rd tour with him. His name is Jorge Lizano, and we requested him. He requested us, and we got the best compliment our community could get. He asked me this year, he's like, "Do you handpick your kids? Like, do you select who goes on the trip?" And I said, "No, anybody who wants to go." And he goes, "Well, it's our 3rd trip. We've never had any problems with any of your kids."
That's
awesome. That's a shout out to the parents in our community and our whole system that we have in this area that. We get that kind of compliment, and he wants to keep working with us because obviously sometimes people give high school kids a bad rap, but he went out of his way to ask that question. So that means a lot as a teacher in this community that our kids are getting that type of compliment. I think people should hear that because I think we always get the other type of news, so I think it's great to hear that. But his friend is actually a dance instructor and owns her own dance studio, and he paid for our kids to go on it. Wow. So our kids did not get charged. And they got to do a 1-hour dance lesson, and we were with a group from Portland, so there were 5 kids from Portland, Oregon on our trip as well. It was just a really cool experience seeing them try to, and there were some kids that they tried for about 10, 20 minutes, and they're like, this isn't for me. I didn't participate. Last trip, I got stuck being the dance instructor's partner, and she made me help teach the dances, and that was not good. I'm being blackmailed by Alyssa Bolts with that video. So this year, she remembered me. She's like, "Are you going to come dance?" I'm like, "Absolutely not." So that was just really cool for them to get to experience a cultural dance like that.
Well, first day of school today. How did it go?
Oh, it was fantastic.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of kids that really enjoyed the day, and not every kid comes back happy. So best thing we can do is try to make your kids' day a little bit brighter, welcome them back, and try to get them back into the swing of things. It's nice. It's a short day on a Friday, and then next week, really get going on and stuff. But a lot of our teachers really welcome the kids back. We have a lot of great new teachers as well. And I just think we do a great job of welcoming the kids in and do our best to let them know we really care about them, and they're in great hands with our staff.
Very good. Coach, thank you very much. Appreciate you taking the time and your entire family here tonight.
Yeah, Kenley's first high school football game, and we got her through a half, and now it's bedtime. But she was down there clapping. This is the first time we've seen her clap on her own, so it's good to see a touchdown to get her going.
Very good. Coach, thank you. We'll see you on Tuesday.
Sounds good. Thanks, Tom.
You bet. Dan Vargason, head girls and boys cross country coach, head girls basketball coach, and, of course, Spanish teacher here in Atlantic. Halftime score 13-6. Atlantic with the lead over Jefferson. We'll be back to recap that first half right after these on 95.7 FM. Our live video stream brought to you by Nishtanet, and our audio stream brought to you by Greg Young. We're back right after these.
From start to finish, let Aiken Design Center help you with your kitchen or bathroom ideas. For new designs or remodels, Aiken Design Center will work with you or your contractor to make your dream a reality. If you're not sure what you want, stop into our showroom so our custom designers can help you find what will suit your needs as well as your budget. The Aiken Design Center staff is committed to quality design while meeting your needs. Stop into Aiken today to find out how we can help.
At Rolling Hills Bank and Trust, we're not just a bank. We're your neighbors. We've been dedicated to our communities for over 35 years. From real estate and ag loans to personal and commercial banking, we offer a full range of financial services tailored to meet your needs. We believe in giving back and being involved in the communities we serve. Stop into one of our 12 convenient locations or visit us at rollinghillsbank.com.
At 2nd Street Auto, it's our mission to get you back on the road fast. And it all starts with free local towing. Once you're back at the shop, we talk you through your car repair with a free and fair estimate. We do everything in-house so you know who's working on your car. Our Hercules tires come with free road hazard repair, free rotation for the life of the tires, and a free alignment check. And nobody can beat our transmission rebuild and repair experts. Brakes, tune-ups, oil changes, preventative maintenance, and service work make 2nd Street your first stop.
It's free with your transmission repair. 2nd Street Auto Atlantic, serving Southwest Iowa's transmission needs for over 30 years. Take out the middleman, get the free tow. It doesn't get any better. Welcome back to Atlantic. It's halftime. Our halftime show brought to you by Aiken Building Center. When you want it done right, see the folks who do it best. Aiken Building Center. Well, TJ has some momentum going in the second half. Atlantic gets the football. As we recap that first half of play, the Trojans took that opening drive and they marched right down the field. It was polished off by a Gavin McLaren 4-yard run. No passes at all in that drive.
How many plays?
I didn't get the plays yet. We're working on that. And then on the second drive, Atlantic gave up some ground on the defensive end. TJ moved the ball down inside the 10, but couldn't capitalize. They went out on 4th down. Atlantic took over the 13, and they moved the ball back to the other end. And they had 2 big pass plays to Jared Hansen and Brock Goodrich, would set up a 4-yard run by Gavin McLaren. Again, Atlantic led 13-0, but Thomas Jefferson, they got some things figured out on offense, and they're able to come back down another big drive, and they score a 4-yard pass play into the end zone from Fuji to Kramer. He made 2 really nice catches on that drive. Extra point was low, and it's a 13-6 Atlantic lead. Your score brought to the Seed Pros, and here we are in this getting set for the second half. Perry, your thoughts on the first half?
Well, it looks to me like the offensive line is doing a really good job. They're creating holes for our running backs. The 2 passes that we've had, no pressure.
Right.
So that's good. Fergalicious made a good comment, like, that weak side defense, Coach Satov, he's just a smart dude. He's going to figure out what he needs to do to shore that up. It's just, I really enjoy that either the officials are not ready to throw flags, but no penalties, but 1 on each team.
Yeah, it's beautiful first half.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, and the only thing that bothers me, and it's been bothering me this whole game, is, and don't laugh, it's like, so TJ is called the Yellow Jackets,
yes,
right?
They are, yes.
And that's
it can be a bumblebee or whatever you want. I mean, yeah.
So why are their colors orange, orange and white and black.
Yeah,
I mean,
you think they'd be different?
They'd be a different color. I mean, it's just like, this doesn't make no sense.
We're getting set for the second half kick, but we have time. Let's go down to Kevin Ferguson. Kevin, your thoughts on that first?
Well, I thought if you could script a first half for the Trojans on the year, that was probably the one you would want. Sure, there's things to fix, but right now they're not turnovers and they're not penalties, and that has plagued them in the past. So that's a real positive to me. And I go back to my talk with Coach Brummer, and I guess I expected it a little more when listening to him talk and how much work was done in the weight room. Guys, some of these kids down here don't even look like the same kid.
Yeah, I know it. Yeah.
Hedrington, Woodward are two that really come to mind. Well, Traven Mitchell even. These kids are stout now, and I'm very impressed with that.
All right, Kevin, thank you. And I guess I can add to it, I'm impressed with the receivers and how they went and get to the football here in the ball game as well. Well, we're set to go. The Yellow Jackets will kick it away to start the second half. Atlantic up 13-6 on the Seed Pros scoreboard. And we have another new kicker, Brody Heistand, will kick it off. He's a left footer, and he boots it high end over end. Backpedaling Hansen inside the 15 to the 20. 25 has a seam. 30 gets to the 35, 40, 45, 50. Breaks the tackle back near side 40. 35, 30, 25, 20. Nice step on the tackle. 10, 5, 1 yard line.
Wow, there's a lot of good blocking. So
he
much
got
good
a big block down there.
All the way through, there was some great blocking.
What a run back by Hansen, and he got some great blocks, and he read them well all the way.
And he had a really great stiff arm. That was awesome.
How do you like that to start the second half? Kevin Ferguson, you were at the end of that play. Who threw that big block in front of you?
You know, Tom, I can't really tell you. I didn't catch the number. I was so impressed with how he was following those blocks. My gosh, that was impressive. And then, of course, the speed. You know, you just can't beat that kind of speed now.
Well, Atlantic has it first down and goal. They're going to mark the ball on the 2-yard line of TJ after Hansen's big return. Hayes, the quarterback, will duck under center. They'll give it to Tyson O'Brien. He's met by Kramer and company. Benitez also there to make the stop in a hurry. They read that play well, and the Trojans lose a couple of yards. They're going to mark it back at the 3, so loss of 1. Second down and goal. The Armor Insurance red zone right out of the gates. To make sure your protection never breaks down, call Armor Insurance, 712-243-1951. Our audio stream brought to you by Greg Young Automotive Group in Atlantic. They go the extra mile. And our video stream brought to you by Nishnanet. Here we go on a second and goal for Atlantic at the 3. Just about 55 seconds into the second half. Here's a snap to Hayes. A pitch back goes to O'Brien. He's going to go. One, puts his head down.
Oh, he's close.
And just barely outside the goal line, third and a whisker.
Yeah. I thought maybe he about had it, but that was a good defense by the Yellow Jackets.
So 3rd and 1, 10:40 to go, third quarter of the Seed Pro scoreboard. What a big score this would be for Atlantic right out of the gate here the second half. Hansen wide left, double tight end set. Hayes, the quarterback. We'll see if he sneaks in here on a 3rd and goal from the 1. And the handoff to McLaren. He'll pound in for the touchdown. Touchdown, Trojans.
You gotta. I mean, why would you give it to that Moose?
So McLaren scores his 3rd touchdown of the ball game. Another short run. This one 3 yards for big O number 42 with 10:20 to go here in the third quarter. And the extra point forthcoming for Atlantic. Hayden Thompson will kick it up, and it is good. 26 Atlantic on the Seed Pro scoreboard, back in 30 on 95.7 FM and our live stream on westerniowatoday.com.
First Windy Bank is the longest standing locally owned bank in Atlantic, and as such, we take pride in how we serve our community. For generations, we have been involved with our customers and their families by getting involved in community events and by supporting technology and teaching financial literacy in our schools. You'll also see our support of athletics on the scoreboards at home events. It's this involvement that allows us to know our customers and their families for generations. First Windy Bank, the only bank you'll ever need. Member FDIC.
Big return by Jared Hansen sets up the touchdown for Atlantic, and they lead 20-6.
It kind of looked like a big old Buick Riviera cruising down the interstate on that kick return.
A minute 40 in, Atlantic adds 7 more on the scoreboard. That was a big insurance score for the Trojans because TJ's got some things going on offense.
Yes, they do.
Thompson to kick it away from his own 40-yard line. There it is. A high end over end. It's going to be short. And Marco lets it go out of bounds.
Let it go. Well, that's smart of him.
Good job by Marco. He's had a return or two. And the Yellow Jackets will come out on offense, and they'll put the ball up the field here. Well, the Trojans up 20-6 on the Seed Pro scoreboard. Gavin McLaren on a couple of 4-yard runs and then a 2-yard run for the Trojans.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Last year, didn't they always, they make you re-kick it? Did that rule change?
They can, but you can also take it on the 35-yard line.
Okay.
That's what they're going to do.
Okay.
Yeah, they've got their choice.
Okay.
Perry, you mentioned you've noticed that Atlantic blocks differently when Gavin carries the football.
Because they know it's just going to be a power run, and these guys just man up, and they just take their man head on, and they don't have a blocking scheme. They just the guy in front, and it works great in them short yardages.
Yellow Jackets come up on a 1st and 10, their own 35. Fuji takes it. Pitch back goes to Shano. He's going to block, and he's hit the backfield. Hadley makes the stop. Carter Hadley getting a start for Kennick Jewell tonight.
And pretty good.
We had some question marks about a couple of those injuries. We've got a couple of new linebackers in Wales, and then you've got Hadley, and he's made a couple of big plays.
Yeah, I mean, what grade is he in?
And then you have Mitchell that Fergie talked about. He has a couple of tackles from that defensive side as well. You got Joaquin Wales, 46, and Jakes, 43. Second 11 for the Yellow Jackets, we're on 34. In the gun, Fuji takes it, he's going to throw it. Has time, here comes the pocket collapsing. He's going to run it, he's brought down.
All right.
That was the 34-yard line.
That was Patty, wasn't it? 47? Patty?
You will keep it. No gain on the play.
No gain, 3rd and 11.
47, Witzman.
Carter Witzman, that left defensive end, came in and wrapped him up and put him down. Now a 3rd down and 11. Atlantic has a skip on defense. Ooh, Shamalia coming out, looks like, with maybe a little dinger. So we'll see who comes in for him. And I believe it's going to be Derek Wood will be in for him. 3rd and 11 for TJ at their own 34. The snap to Fuji. Play action is going to throw it. Fires. Caught. A screen. It is going to be Kramer or Shadow. He's hit and dropped across the 40 to about the 42-yard line. A gain of 8. A nice play by the Yellow Jackets. It's going to bring up a 4th down for TJ and 1 here, Perry, at their own 44. We're going to go.
Hard count. I just watch the ball, boys. Don't get all excited.
Number 2.
Coach Waters is going to appear to be going for it with 8:26 to go, 3rd quarter, the Seed Pro scoreboard. And a 4th down and 1 from the TJ 44. One man in the backfield, Fuji under center. Long, hard count. He about got him. He about got him again and didn't. And now he's going to look to Coach Waters, and they're going to call a timeout. Boy, Atlantic flinched twice.
I'm not going to say nothing. I'm seriously not saying anything.
Hey, we were right lined up. They did not cross the neutral zone, but it was close.
Well, if the stickers would have stuck out of their helmets, they were over. I'll just tell you that.
Timeout called by TJ. We'll take it with them. Back in a half a minute on 95.7 FM and our live video stream at westerniowatoday.com.
At Outfitters Plus in Atlantic, you'll find all the latest in custom apparel and headwear. Head to Outfitters and work with the design pros to make your customized tees, team apparel, and personalized swag for your business a reality. Whether it's fan apparel for your high school or youth sports teams, your business, or you just want to make something your own, you'll have everyone saying, "Where'd you get that?" Don't forget, Outfitters will also add your group store online to make ordering a breeze. Get personalized at Outfitters Plus Outlet Store in Atlantic. Stop by today.
Caring for neighbors.
Welcome back. Timeout is over. TJ with the football on their own 44 on a 4th down and 1. It appears they're going to go for it. Baker comes in at tight end left. Double tight. Fuji was going to sneak it, and I believe he got it across the 45 to the 46, a gain of a couple of yards and a first down. At Brown Shufit, first down for TJ.
I should have just did that the first time.
Well, good play by the Yellow Jackets to keep this drive alive on a 4th down. And Atlantic now has to shore up on defense here. The ball on the 46-yard line, of TJ. 7:45 on the clock in the 3rd stanza. Your score brought to you by the Seed Pros. They're by your side to maximize yields from the word go. Here we go, 1st and 10 for the 46. They'll send one receiver far right. That's Carpenter. 2 receivers left. Shadow the backfield with Fuji in the gun. Here's a snap back to Fuji. He's going to throw the football. Looks, fires to the sideline, incomplete. And good coverage by the Trojans, and the ball was overthrown. Hunter Nelson on the coverage for Atlantic. The intended target again was Parks. He's got a couple of catches tonight. 2nd down and 10. 7:22 to go for 3rd quarter.
I think this quarterback for the Yellow Jackets, I don't know if he's a little. Sometimes he can throw it just perfect, and then a lot of times he's kind of overthrown it. I don't know if he's just still nervous.
Those passes to Kramer were high,
right?
But he was able to snag both of those, including the touchdown catch. 2nd and 10, and we've got a whistle, and the head linesman calling the time. I'm not sure what. Oh, we had
no mouthpiece.
Yeah,
or something.
Yeah, equipment issue. They gave the receiver to the far side time to get rid of something.
Or smelling salt or something.
7:22 to go, 3rd. 2nd and 10. Fuji in the gun takes it. Sets up to throw. Here comes Sorensen. And he throws it. It is caught. Parks makes the catch in Trojan territory down to the 40-yard line.
I think that quarterback's better on the scramble than if he's in the pocket.
Well, we knew he could throw. A 14-yard game, by the way, but he had 1,303 yards passing a year ago. He ranked fairly high in the Class 4A quarterback ratings, and he was a top 5, and that was right on the money that time.
Yeah, I mean, and he was running pretty hard.
First down and 10, Yellow Jackets of the Trojan 40. 7:15 to go here in this 3rd quarter. Atlantic up 20-6. Twin receivers left. Fuji out of the shotgun. Here's the snap back to Fuji. He wants to throw it. Here comes the rush. He rolls left. He dumps it away. Nobody home. There was nobody there. And I'll tell
but
you,
he was out of the pocket. You can be out of the pocket, right, in high school and just dump it?
Jack Muller, give him credit, man. Jack was coming from the backside.
Oh, yeah.
Sorensen, he was huffing and puffing here on the near side.
I think we could hear.
He just got rid of it.
We could hear his footsteps up here.
2nd and 10. Clock stops at 7:07 to play in this 3rd quarter of the Seed Pros scoreboard. So Fuji joins the huddle. It looks like a passing situation here, and he's had some success. He'll bring him up with 2 receivers to the right. Ross Cotton is now a receiver on that right side. Here's the snap. Fuji takes the ball up the middle across the 35 down the 34 for a gain of 6. 2nd down and 4. Again, Fuji has a lot of quickness. Just a junior. He started as a sophomore. He had shoulder surgery just before the season. He was able to heal up in time to be the quarterback for Coach Waters.
Wow. That kid's tough.
Both these coaches played college football. Coach Bremer, Harlan grad, and a 4-year starter for Morningside. And Coach Waters went to Iowa Central, Northwestern.
Iowa Central Community College?
Yeah, yes, he did. And went to Iowa State as a walk-on. He played for the Omaha Beef as well for a couple of years. 2nd and 4 of the 34. Here comes the rush for Atlantic. Shadow with the handoff, and he's kicked down. Jake Wales was coming on a blitz. And the Trojans able to get Cheno back for a loss.
A big loss.
That's the first blitz we've seen from Coach Sadoff.
Number 43, Wales.
Now 4th down and 9. Great job by Wales. 6 minutes to play, third quarter. Lining up 20-6 on the Seed Pros scoreboard. Fuji again in a passing situation on 4th down. Nobody has punted yet here in this football game.
Knock on wood, but we don't have no wood in here.
It's all aluminum.
It's all aluminum.
Yeah, you said that well. 4th and 9. 2 to the right. Now we've got a timeout. Coach Waters will take it with him. We're back in a minute. Atlantic Cup 20-6 on the Seed Pro scoreboard. Back in 60 seconds.
Cass Health in Atlantic, Iowa is a nationally recognized hospital, and we are proud of the awards and all of our recent accomplishments. But do you know what drives us to be the very best? You. We're passionate about helping our patients heal and feel their very best at any age and any stage of life. Cass Health, neighbors caring for neighbors.
As the seasons change, so should your footwear. Embrace the fall with new arrivals at Brown's Shoe Fit in downtown Atlantic. We've got a fantastic selection of boots, shoes, athletic wear, and Trojan apparel crafted to fit every demand. Plus, new styles arriving daily. For unparalleled comfort, variety, and the perfect fit, visit us at 502 Chestnut Street. Brown's Shoe Fit. Fitting feet for 110 years and counting.
Welcome back to Atlantic as we have a Yellow Jacket 4th down and 9 from the Trojan 39-yard line. Atlantic up 20-6 on the Seed Pro scoreboard. Perry?
The big boy, the offensive tackle that went out, he's back in.
He's back in. It's good to see it.
Yeah.
Snap to Fuji's going to throw the football. Here comes the rush. Muller with the pressure. Fuji runs out of the pocket to 35, down to the 32, and he's brought down just shy of the first down. Boy, he's quick, and Muller again. Boy, Jack Muller playing well on the defensive end. He's starting on the offensive line, but he's gotten some time on defense, and he's caused a lot of issues for Fuji in that backfield.
Man, oh man, that dude can move, though. He's juking and jiving.
So Atlantic will take over on downs unless they're going to measure this. I looked like he was shy. Yeah, 1st and 10 Trojans. At their own 31. That was a big defense. So Atlantic's defense bending a little bit, but not breaking.
That's good. I mean,
Hayes will join the huddle. I would imagine Atlantic will hunker down and try to pound the football again. A couple of big pass plays the first half, set up one touchdown.
Well, the wind's blowing right now, so I just, yeah.
Ritter wide rights. One receiver left, eye backfield behind Hayes. Hayes will take it. Hands off to Tyson O'Brien, and he's hit and ankle tackled at the line of scrimmage. He got some yards.
I feel so sorry for those DBs that take on the freight train, or, the locomotive. I was like, that kid just like, oh, man. I got to do this all night.
Number 20, Conway on the tackle.
Conway made this stop for the Yellow Jackets. 2nd down and 8 from the Trojan 33. Under 5 to play here in this third quarter of the Seed Pros scoreboard. Nicholson, Ritter wide left. In the lineup now at receiver is Graydon O'Hara. He's wide right. High backfield. Here is O'Brien. Big hole, 35-40. 45 into the 50-yard line. A gain of 17 and a first down and 10. A Brown Shoe Fit first down for the Trojans at midfield.
Well, there was a good blocking right at the initial offensive line. But did you see the receiver making that great block to give it another 5 to 6 yards? That's good. That's know your role.
Well, he's got a solid group of receivers who can catch and block. His knee went down to 49. So Atlantic has it 1st and 10 for their own 49-yard line. A Brown Shoe Fit first down. Receivers left and right. Ritter to the right. He had that block. Under center, Hayes. Handoff O'Brien. Hit the backfield and dropped. Nice job by Kramer. Slashing in there for TJ. Loss of a pair. 2nd down and 12 for the Trojans. Under 4 to play third quarter. The ball now marked at their own 40-70-yard line.
And just pound it up the middle.
Checking in is Brock Goodrich, who had one big catch in the first half. He has the play for Hayes. Clock is running. 2nd and 12. The Trojans come up on the far hash. Their own 47. Hanson wide left. Double tight end set eye backfield for Hayes under center. He'll take it and pitch it. O'Brien gets a block from McLaren across the 50-45 down to the 41 and brought down to the 40-yard line.
Those guys are rolling from McLaren. When he tattoos you, you know it. I mean,
well, McLaren has a 25-yard run from scrimmage, now a 13-yard run. And Atlanta gets another brown shoe fit first down at the 40-yard line of TJ. 3:10 left. This is an impressive Trojan football team here in this week 0 opener. They are ready to play.
Yeah.
They're organized, penalty-free so far, just one.
They look good in the pads. You can tell they've lived away all summer.
Hayes will take it. Pitch back goes to McNeil. Has a lot of room. 35-30, 25-20. He's going to go. 10-5. Touchdown Trojans. Touchdown Trojans.
3 or 4 guys still on the ground from the Yellow Jackets. That is this awesome blocking. Fergalicious and I could have went through that hole.
Kevin Ferguson.
Talk about thunder and lightning. You got 2 backs that are just thunder, and then that young man, he's got some skip, man. Wow. Wow, this is fun to watch, guys.
Yeah,
so much fun.
Coach Brummer, Kevin, talked about McNeil. He said he was going to get some touches because he has speed to burn. He had a great track season, and, he just broke through there and left everybody behind him.
Well, we have a player down. I think it's the one McLaren tattooed.
McLaren's had a couple of big blocks. That's Parks. It's down right now for TJ. Atlantic up 26-6 on the Seed Pro scoreboard, and a 40-yard touchdown run for Ethan McNeil, the speedster. So Atlantic has some depth at tailback. O'Brien with a lot of good carries in this drive as well, Perry.
Well, we have to say this. It's not fair when you have a 247-pound fullback that's actually a moving offensive lineman that runs fast that is just going to plow you. He's blocking awesome tonight.
2:41 left, third quarter of the Seed Pros scoreboard. Atlantic up 26-6. And the snap, the set, and the kick by Thompson. It is through. 27-7 Atlantic. We're back in 30 seconds on 95.7 FM and live video stream WesternIowaToday.com.
When you're on the go, it's all about convenience. At Fantastic Food, Beverages, plus BP Superior Fuels, and you have Olson's BP in Atlantic. From sunup to sundown, we're the keep-you-going store. From our loaded breakfast burritos and Bunker Dunker donuts to our delicious Champs Chicken and Pizza to go, we have the food you crave. Don't forget the cold beer in the beer cave. Stop in and fill her up. There's always something you need at Olson's BP, the keep-you-going store, 2nd and Locust in Atlantic.
Olson's Outdoor Power is your one-stop service and equipment shop for all things outdoor. We sell the best power sports products in the business, from Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, and Ski-Doo, trailers to tackle any job from H&H, Triton, and Wilson, and we continue to lead the way in lawn and garden equipment with great products from Exmark, Dixie Chopper, Husqvarna, Cub Cadet, Steel, and Echo. Add factory-trained technicians in 2 locations, and it's easy to see why Olson's Outdoor Power is the leader in all things outdoor.
Receivers blocking.
Kickoff by Thompson. And it's going to bounce out of bounds. So another out of bounds play, and we'll see TJ take it the 35-yard line, and they'll have a first down and 10 with 2:41 to go here in this third quarter. So Atlantic opens up a 27-6 lead. Gavin McLaren with 3 touchdowns, so 1 of 4, another 4, and a 3-yarder. And then Ethan McNeil, the speedy tailback, breaks loose for a 40-yard jaunt. And that gives Atlantic a 27-6 lead after the extra point by Hayden. Oh, TJ's going to make him kick it again.
I see.
Yeah, you're right.
I understand why they're trying to kick it short so you can't get a good return, but sooner or later you're going to have to kick it in somebody's hand.
So the ball will be down to the 35 now. They'll back it up 5 yards, and Hayden Thompson will see what kind of leg he has. Boy, he's been good on the extra points. He's made 3 of 4, and the one that was missed was a low snap. He didn't get a chance to kick it. So the kickoff by Thompson coming up for the Trojans.
Onside it.
He's going to kick it.
Freak him out and onside.
He's not onside. Here it is, a deep kick.
See,
end over end. He's got a good leg into it. Marco at the 15-20, 25-30, and he hits at the 32, and he bounces forward to about the 34.
See, they should have just took it at the 35.
Yeah, he got some practice returning.
Yeah, that was a good kick. That had a good leg there.
Good kick by Thompson. Marco with a nice return for the Yellow Jackets. First down and 10. 2:35 to go in this third quarter. Your score brought to you by the Seed Pros. Atlantic up 27-6. Week 0. Atlantic will get 10 regular season games. Carpenter wide right, Kramer wide left, Parks in the slot left. Fuji, the quarterback, takes it. He's going to throw it. Fires down the near sideline to Kramer. Incomplete. He overthrew him. He had a step on Petty. And that ball just overthrown. Second down and 10.
Oh, Petty's 15. I should look at the program.
Number 15, Grant Petty on the coverage.
I thought you'd been studying for a month.
I've been studying not to cuss. That's what I've been doing.
2:30 to go. Third quarter in the Seed Pros. Atlantic's front line is Carter Witzman. Sonny's up there on that left side. Witzman, defensive end, is playing a good game. His first real start here this season of his career. Fucci to throw again. Fires, and he's got a man. Caught. Parks, 30, 25, 20, 10, 5, a touchdown, TJ.
Wow, that had to be some blown coverage. That dude was wide open.
A 65-yard TD pass from Fuji to Parks. And TJ still has
a little giddy up in their step.
Yes, they do. He was wide open, and that was a great play by Fuji to Parks.
That dude was streaking.
65 yards. And now the extra point coming up. Well, Fuji's got a nice arm. We knew that. And Parks was wide open on the far sideline.
Oh, they're going to go for 2.
And they're going to go for 2.
Yeah.
The 2:19 mark to go in the third quarter. Atlantic up 27-12 on the Seed Pros scoreboard. Fuji brings the play in, the quarterback for the Yellow Jackets. He'll line up under center. Mulligan, the fullback, he's the offset eye. Shano, the tailback. In motion, Kramer. Fuji to throw. Now he's going to run. He's hit, and he's able to backpedal in for the 2-point conversion. And it's 27-14 as TJ gets that 2-point conversion and notches 7 more points on the board.
2-point conversion.
We'll break for a half a minute. We're back right after this.
Get to the Super Bowl in Atlantic for a great night of entertainment. League teams are forming now. If you don't have a team and still want to compete, you can sign up and Dan will find a team for you. Stop by or call 712-243-4656. And the Super Bowl is not just for leagues. It's a fantastic place for parties. And as always, Glow Bowling on Friday and Saturday nights.
Welcome back to Atlantic, 27-14. Trojans' lead is cut to 13 of the Seed Pros scoreboard. 2:19 to play here in this first half, or third quarter. Hill will kick it away, and there it is, a line drive, and Hansen takes it to 10, 15, gets to the 20, near side 25, cuts back inside to 27 and brought down to 28. An 18-yard return for the senior. Atlantic has it first down at 10, and they need a drive here, up 27-14.
Yeah, now they need to do what they did the first half and just milk that clock and just run, pound. Just control the clock now.
Hayes will bring the play in with 2:10 to go in this third quarter. They'll send Hansen wide rights, double tight end set. Fullback is McLaren. Tailback is O'Brien back in there. Hayes under center, takes it. Hands off to O'Brien. He plows forward to the 30. And hit there. He came from deep in the backfield. It looked like he got more, but just got a yard.
He got like maybe 2?
Maybe 2. They're
but he ran like 8.
Right, Perry. Gain of 2, second down and 8. O'Brien's had some big runs. A 25-yarder, a 13-yarder. McLaren 3 touchdown runs for Atlantic, all inside the 5. McNeil a 40-yard touchdown run for Atlantic. 1:37 to go third. Double tight in set at Hanson wide right. Hayes will duck under it. Second down at 8. Football at the 31. Here's the snap. Pitch back to O'Brien. He's got the edge and a block from McLaren. Gets to the 40, 45, and he's hit out of bounds. Oh, he stays in. And he's able to tightrope that sideline, tippy toe, and then he split inside the 46.
Seriously, I'd love to have a camera on McLaren to see those defensive backs' eyes get as big as silver dollars, seeing that coming at me.
Oh, that freight train coming at you. Man, oh man.
They almost start running back.
They say he stepped out of bounds at the 50, so a gain of 19. And a first down at 10, Atlantic. A Brown shoots at first down with 1:05 to go here in this third quarter. Atlantic with a big run by Tyson O'Brien from the 50. First down and 10, under a minute to play, third quarter. Hayes will duck under center.
Well, that dude is seriously offsides.
2 players jumped off for TJ. And Atlantic gets a free 5, just a third penalty of the game.
Number 1.
First and 5, Atlantic from the TJ 45. 50 seconds on the clock. Hayes will get the play from Coach Brummer.
That was good though. Discipline for the offensive line. They went on 2, and they were solid.
Well, it really, and I'm impressed with that, Perry. The organization, this Trojan team, the discipline we've seen. Hanson wide left on the narrow side of the field. First and goal, first and 5 from the 45. Here's the snap. Handoff McLaren. He's going to pound his way across the 40. Carries a pack of TJ tacklers inside the 35 to 34.
Look like a bunch of hyenas trying to take down a lion. It ain't happening.
A pickup of 11. He had them all on his back, and he gets 11 yards and a first down. A Brown shoe fit first down with 26 seconds on the clock here in this third quarter. A what with a bunch of hyenas?
A bunch of hyenas trying to take down a line, and it isn't going to happen.
First and 10, Atlantic at the 34 of TJ. Under center, Hayes. Wing to the right side. Here's a snap. The pitch to O'Brien. Looking for a block. And he gets one from McLaren at the 25. And he's bumped out of bounds. At the 25. A gain of 9 more for O'Brien.
O'Brien with the carry around the outside.
Yeah, it's going to be 2nd and 1. And that's going to be it here. Well, we might get one more play in the third quarter. Clock is stopped.
I think they're trying to tell
2nd and 2 for the Trojans.
Locomotive that he needs to calm down a little bit.
All right.
Official was kind of jawing in his helmet.
Yeah, Speedster McNeil will come in for McLaren, or for O'Brien. 2nd down and 1 for Atlantic. 1 second on the clock to go in the third quarter. Atlantic up 27-14 on the Steve Pro scoreboard. The ball on the 25 of TJ. They need a yard for Brown. Shoe fit first down. Here's the handoff to McLaren. He gets the first down. He's tripped up as Kramer.
He got it.
He's learned to tackle McLaren. He hit him low.
Yep.
And he tumbled down inside the 25. And they're going to mark the football on the 27-yard line. That'll be it here in the third quarter. Atlantic 27, TJ 14. Your score brought to the Seed Pros. We're back in a minute.
At Outfitters Plus in Atlantic, you'll find all the latest in custom apparel and headwear. Head to Outfitters and work with the design pros to make your customized tees, team apparel, and personalized swag for your business a reality. Whether it's fan apparel for your high school or youth sports teams, your business, or you just want to make something your own, you'll have everyone saying, "Where'd you get that?" Don't forget, Outfitters will also add your group store online to make ordering a breeze. Get personalized at Outfitters Plus Outlet Store in Atlantic. Stop by today.
Get ready for a fresh start at Greg Young Atlantic. Our Greg Young Fresh Start program helps you hit the road with confidence, overcome credit challenges with personalized financing, and a wide selection of great vehicles. Visit us today to find your brand new Chevy, GMC, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, or Ram. Or check out our huge pre-owned selection at GregYoungAtlantic.com and GregYoungCDJRAtlantic.com. And to apply. Don't miss out on this incredible offer. Here at Greg Young, we go the extra mile for you.
Welcome back to a Trojan Bowl as Atlantic with a 27-14 lead of the Seed Pros scoreboard. Well, Kevin Ferguson, we've been through 3 quarters. Your take so far?
Oh, man, this is so much fun. I mean, there's some... It's just amazing to see the hits. That long run of McLaren's was awesome. That number 2, the wide receiver, he's playing corner. Yeah, with 5 guys on him, he comes up and tries to hit McLaren and ended up 10 yards backwards.
Hayes to throw. He's going to fire. It is incomplete. He wanted Hanson on a go route and just out of his outstretched hands brings up a 2nd and 10 for Atlantic at the 22. Final quarter here, Atlantic up 27-14 on the Seed Pros scoreboard. And TJ with a big touchdown play, a 65-yarder to Parks. They can score from anywhere. This game is far from over, and each team needs to continue to move the ball here. Atlantic will come up on a 2nd and 10, the ball at 22 of TJ. Here's the pitch back to O'Brien. He's got some room and a block by McLaren again. Across the 10 to the 5, and he's dumped at about the 3-yard line. A gain of 19 more for O'Brien. He's got to be over or close to 100 yards, and he better be buying Gab McLaren a big steak dinner later on tonight, man.
Because McLaren's getting the same amount of yards because he's staying in front of him. If he block all those guys.
But also offensive linemen are pulling, too.
Oh, they're doing an awesome job.
Atlantic in the Armor Insurance red zone to make sure your protection never breaks down. Call Armor Insurance at 712-243-1951. 1st and goal from the 2. O'Brien gets the call, and he's hog-tied and wrestled down at the 1. 11-19 to go in the game. Atlantic knock on the door here. Once again, up 27-14 of the Seed Pros scoreboard. Last year, Atlantic rushed for just over 1,100 yards, and they're off to a great start here in 2024. 19 seconds on the play clock as Hayes will check in. The ball nestled right there at the 1 of the Yellow Jackets. Here come the Trojans. 2nd and goal from the 1. Up 27-14. Under center, Hayes. Handoff, O'Brien. Touchdown, Trojans.
Good. He's finally needed one. I mean, the dude's been, he got a touchdown. Good for him. That's awesome. That's a big hole, too. He hardly got touched. Good blocking by the offensive line.
So O'Brien with the score for Atlantic, capping off another big drive. Atlantic up 33-14 on the Seed Pro scoreboard with 10:38 to go here in the contest. The extra point by Hayden Thompson coming up. Thompson, a right-footed kicker. Graydon O'Hara will set it for the Trojan. Good snap. There's the kick. Good. 34-14 Atlantic.
Has he always been our kicker? Or he kicked last year?
He kicked last year.
He's
absolutely.
doing a lot better
than
last year.
Looking good.
He must have did some serious practicing over the year.
Trojans score again, and the Atlantic here in this second half has a 3-yard run by Gavin McLaren, a 40-yard run by Ethan McNeil, and O'Brien a 1-yard run. TJ's score was a 65-yard touchdown pass from Fuji to Parks. And Atlantic will kick it away with 10:38 to play, up 34-14 the Seed Pros scoreboard.
So, who does TJ? Who do they all play? I know they're 4A. So Council Tech. Council Bluffs.
Yeah, they'll play LC and.
Do they play Glenwood? No.
I'd have to look back at their schedule.
They play a lot of Sewer City teams.
Yeah, they went 3-6 a year ago. They play Winterset.
Okay.
This season in that league. So the kickoff coming up for Hayden Thompson. Atlantic up 34-14 on the Seed Pros scoreboard. The kickoff by Thompson, a high end over end. Here's Marco at the 9, gets the 10, 15, 20, breaks a tackle, 23, 24, and he's brought down right there.
Marco with the return.
Good special teams play by the Trojans.
I think our kicker, his leg's gotten pretty strong. He's getting it down there good.
Yeah. Drebin Smith got down to make the stop on special teams for Atlantic. First down and 10. TJ, 10.5 to play in the game. Atlantic up 34-14 in the Seed Pro scoreboard. Trojans 3-6 a year ago. 2 years ago, just missed making the playoffs. Ball is marked down on the 24 of TJ. First down and 10. Fuji, the quarterback, out of the shotgun. Twin receivers right. Here's the snap back to Fuji. He's going to throw it. Looks and fires near side and is incomplete. He wanted Phillips on an out route. Good coverage by Hadley. He's had a good game as well. There's a lot to talk about post-game with Coach Kevin Ferguson, because we've had some outstanding play by this defense. And, you know, we saw so many new faces coming in, and Coach Bremer going with a two-platoon team, and we've seen him filter in some of the starters on offense, but really
he's sticking to his plan.
He is, and they were able to get 22 guys ready to play tonight, including, of course, the devastating injury to Zayden Parker. Hated to see that, the quarterback for Atlantic. And Kenny Jewell not in the lineup tonight as well. Fuji will take it from the shotgun on a 2nd and 10 to the 24. Pocket collapses. Here comes Reed. Here comes the throw. And it is caught at the 21, and Grant Petty makes the stop.
He lost yards, dude.
To number 11, Ross Cotton.
So Ross Cotton makes the catch. A loss of a yard, and Grant Petty, the corner, makes the stop.
I've been watching, and I noticed that they're always double teaming our big number 79. So it looks like Coach Satoff is blitzing once in a while that pull a guy off, and then it opens him up.
No, they're going to move him left tackle. See that?
Yeah.
He switched with Witzman, the left defensive end. So now Flasick, they call him Sonny. The first time he saw football was a year ago. And he played sparingly, but he's learned the game. He played some basketball this past winter.
He played basketball?
Yeah, he played on the JV.
Wow.
3rd and 11. And we've got a whistle. And it looks like we might have a delay of game. 5-yard penalty against TJ. Yeah, Reed, 300-some pounder there. He played some JV basketball. That helped his feet a little bit. And
but people got out of his way when he was coming down the court.
Well, he drew a crowd.
I bet so.
3rd down and 15. The ball marked back at the 16 of TJ. Fuji out of the shotgun, takes the snap to throw. Looks left, now he's in trouble, now he fires, and it is caught by Parks. Breaks the tackle and gets the first down across the 35 to 36. Molly was on the coverage, and he had decent coverage. He made the stop, but a brown shoe fit first down, I believe. We better not get ahead of ourselves. Yeah, it's a first down.
Yeah. I think he was trying to get the interception, but he made the tackle, though. I mean,
yeah, you're right.
That dude could have took off.
He was going for the pick.
Yeah.
First down and 10, TJ. Ball thrown 35-yard line. 9:08 to play in the game. Atlantic up 34-14 in the Seed Pro scoreboard. Fuji the snap out of the gun. He wants to throw again. He's going to fire over the middle. There's Kramer, makes the catch at the 30-25, and Hadley saves the touchdown. And Molly is down. TJ has a first down and 10 inside the 25. We'll see when they mark the football, and Molly is down on the far side and not moving. 8:56 left in the game, and a big play. Fuji able to get the pass completed to Kramer. He's had a good second half. We'll take a 30-second timeout to attend to the injury. You're listening to high school football on KS95 and live video stream WesternIowaToday.com.
Hello, I'm Elvis Haas with Elvis Haas State Farm, and we're more than just an insurance agency. We're part of the community, and we hope to soon be part of your family and helping you understand your coverages. We meet with people just like you every day to help prepare them for what life throws at them, covering your auto, home, farm, business, life, and financial services. We help walk you through everything, and we're here for your support. Stop by our location at One Half House out at Facebook or call 712-243-4824. Elvis Haas State Farm is there.
Looks like he might be favoring one of his hooves there. 8:56 left and a big play. TJ able to throw the ball on that Atlantic defense. Kramer made the catch all the way down to 25.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not sure Molly's going to be able to put weight on that. There he goes. No, he's not. He's going to give it a shot. So Molly The cornerback for Atlantic on that right side is going to go out with a wound there. And Hadley, you're right, Perry. He's not in the lineup here.
No, I don't know if he's got
some new defensive backs in the game. Hunter Nelson's still in. He's a starter. Grant Petty at a cornerback. Now,
I think you can't have blood on the field. I think he had to get taped up or something.
Yeah, Hadley will get back in there. But the Yellow Jackets moving under 9 to go now in the game, and it's 34-14 the Seed Pro scoreboard. And Shelton Molia taking a little bit of time to get off the field here, and we hope the best for that young man.
Yeah. Hopefully
so Fuji will have it first down and 10. Football to the 25 of Atlantic. Receivers left and right. Fuji talking to his tailback, Shannon. We'll see what they run here with 8:54 to play. The snap back to Fuji. Sets up in the pocket. Looks left. Now fires down the far side. Almost intercepted. Great job by the Trojans.
80-20?
Yeah, that was Derek Wood, I believe. So Derek Wood with a backup D-back. Great coverage and knocked it away. Second out of 10 for TJ. 8:45 to play in the game. Atlantic up 34-14 of the Seed Pro scoreboard. Ball right at the 25. Kramer wide left. Two receivers right. Phillips is one of them on that near side. And the snap back to Fuji. Second down play. He's going to fire into the end zone, and it is in.
Caught it.
Touchdown. A 25-yarder on a corner play.
It looked like he pushed. Well, no, that was a good catch.
So Ross Cotton made the catch.
That was a pretty good throw and catch.
It was 34-20. TJ in this thing. They've got a mountain to climb, but they've got the first part of it. Wow. 25-yard pass play. Fuji to Cotton. And TJ, we'll see if they go for two or try to kick the one. 8:37 to go here in the game. So Cotton made the catch. And TJ is going to go for a pair here. 34-20, they'll go for two. Fuji under center. High backfield behind him. Mulligan in motion. Hand off to Shano. He cuts around the outside. He gets in easily for the two-point conversion. 34-22. TJ in this thing with 8:37 to play. Let's go to the sidelines. And Kevin Ferguson. Kevin.
Oh, boy, Tom.
After the Yellow Jackets score, the Trojans.
There's scores, and you don't want them to score, but when they throw the perfect pass and you make it a horrendously awesome catch, you just got to tip your hat and say, well done, young man.
Yeah,
well done, young man. And that's exactly what that was. There was great coverage. Threw the ball where it had to be, and the receiver just went out and fingertipped it.
Well, now, Fergie, the offense has got to maintain and sustain a drive here to milk some of this clock, but TJ has proven to be a big play team here.
They truly are. And they've got weapons, and that's the thing. It's and they're attacking what we knew was going to be a younger, less experienced group of D-backs, and they're going to grow quick.
Thanks, Fergie. So here we go. Atlantic will be on the receiving end of this kickoff, as the Trojans have just one deep back here in that Sawyer Terrell. Everybody else is ready for that onside kick. Keith. And it's going to be Phillips who will do the chores. They've really shuffled in the kickers. It's going to be Hill, excuse me. Hill will kick it, and it is an onside kick. And it is recovered by Atlantic. Barely.
The Yellow Jacket kicked it before he pounced on it.
So nice recovery.
Should be a flag because he touched it before it went 10 yards.
It did. And a good job by the Trojans.
And I think they did fly.
Yeah. We'll see what they do. But Hank Roberts did a good job there. Hank was able to cover up that onside kick. Hank Roberts on that special teams play. Good for Hank. You're right, Perry.
Well, Cody kind of pointed it out, too. We were both looking. Yeah, he's like, that touched before it's supposed to.
So Atlantic gets a few extra yards. They're going to mark at the 49 of TJ. 8:37 left, a high-scoring game, 34-22. Atlantic with the lead of the Seed Pro scoreboard. Mulligan will be in on that defense at the linebacker spot. Here come the Trojans, ball on the far hash mark. First down at 10 for the 44 of TJ. Hanson wide right. Hayes, the quarterback, will duck under center with an eye backfield behind him. Trojans up by 12. 8:37 to play. Waiting for the ready for play signal, and here is Hayes. He'll duck under center. On a first down at 10. Handoff goes to Tyson O'Brien right at the middle. Breaks the tackle, 40, 35. Cuts outside, 30, 25, down to 24. How do you like that for first down play?
Wow,
A pickup of 20 more.
Awesome block. And of course, the old locomotive, he's laying people down left and right, helping them up. Apologizing for smacking them in the face.
We'll break quickly for station identification.
The gain on the play. And that's going to be good enough for a Trojan. First down.
Atlantic, a proud part of Meredith Communications, KS 95.7.
Well, the Trojans going to bring in a new offensive lineman there
Center.
for Dante Hedrington, and looks like it's going to be Cale Cameron. He was expected to play tonight. So Cameron in at left guard now for Atlantic.
Oh, okay.
First down at 10, Trojans at the 24 of the Yellow Jackets. And off goes to O'Brien. He just slashes his way across the 22 to the 21. He picked up 3. Second down and 7.
Gain of 4 yards on the play.
7:44 to go.
Just start milking that clock.
Number 60, Benitez on the tackle.
Benitez made the stop. The big guy on that left side of the defensive line for TJ. 7.5 to go. Atlantic, boy, they certainly are, Perry. They are not in any hurry. 21 on the game clock. There's no reason to be. Coach Brummer calling Hayes back and now sending him back to huddle. Down to 14 of the game clock. Second down and 7. The ball on the 21 of TJ. Atlantic up 34-22. 7:13 to go. Hanson wide left. Here is the snap. Handoff goes O'Brien. Cuts inside across the 15, down to the 10, and he dives forward close to the 5. A 16-yard gain.
I mean, they're trying to milk the clock, but when you make holes like that, it ain't going to happen.
Make it 15 yards. They're going to mark it back at the 7. The Armor Insurance red zone.
Timeout.
And Armor Insurance, they make sure your protection never breaks down. Call Armor Insurance at 712-243-1951. Another injured Trojan.
Hopefully, I look like a cramp.
Looks like a cramp.
Speaking of cramps, I better drink some water.
The ball to 7. We wouldn't want you to cramp up over here.
You guys don't want to hear the language if I cramp up.
Bring up Trojan first down. That'll be first and goal.
Under 7 to go. Game recap here in the second half. Let's go to the sidelines of Kevin Ferguson.
Tommy, one of the things I'm seeing on the sideline that we've never seen before, right here in front of me is a bench. When the offense is out there, the defense comes over. Coach Satoff is sitting there going through schemes and stuff of what they're doing, and conversely, opposite when we have the offense. That is what happens when you have depth.
Yep.
Because before, when you had half your linemen going in and out and half your defense going in and out on playing both ways, they didn't have time to do that. So we'll see if this works, and I think it's working really well.
And what's funny is, Ferg, is that the bench is facing the crowd, so they can't even see what's going on. The back is behind them.
Exactly, Perry, and that's important too.
25 on the play clock, please.
So they're going to refresh the play clock. Thanks, Fergie, for bringing that up. And thus your 2-platoon system as well. Atlantic has a first and goal from the 7. O'Brien with a nice run again. He's a slasher. He cuts back really well. High backfield. Here is Hayes to McLaren. Breaks a tackle, and he's wrestled down at the 5.
Wow. That's the first time we've seen it all night. One person took him down.
That took some muscle.
Because the guy was the same size, but
6:34 left. Atlantic up 34-22 on the Seed Pros scoreboard, and certainly in Hayden Thompson field goal territory. If he kicked it now from the 5, it'd be about a 22-yarder. Hayes will check in with a second down and 5.
We don't need to find out. Let's just score a touchdown.
6:14 to go. Hayes will duck under center. High backfield behind him. Hanson wide right. Ball for Hayes. Pitch back to O'Brien. Cuts inside the 5. Touchdown, Trojans. O'Brien with the touchdown. A 5-yarder. And Atlantic up 40-22. Perry.
Man, I'm just telling you, Fergie List has been watching it too. That offensive line is just making holes left and right. I mean,
Perry, I haven't seen this in years. You know, and the thing is, they can move.
Right. They're not on their heels. They're on their toes.
No.
And they're blocking more than one person. They're hitting maybe one or two.
And firing out when they need to.
Yep. And then you got the freight train that's blocking.
Hanson or Thompson rather, getting a workout, kicking extra points, and he's got that one as well. And that's good. 41-22. Atlantic. They answer TJ, and that's been the key in the second half.
Right.
The Yellow Jackets has had some big plays, but Atlantic comes back offensively and answers. And you've got to talk a lot about that offensive line.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, everybody said they were a little is like, offensive line is showing tonight is like, hey, man, we're here to play. We worked hard all summer long. They've built themselves up. This looks nice. It's good to see.
Well, and you had 4 returning starters from a year ago.
Right.
You add in Jack Muller, who's had a great night.
Only thing I'm not liking is all these injuries all of a sudden.
Well, yeah. And
some kids are going to step up fast. It's know your role or step up.
So Thompson will kick it away. Marco is near side, Kramer far side. 5:59 left. Atlantic up 41-22 on the Seed Pros scoreboard as Thompson tees it up at the 40. And he'll kick it away for Atlantic. Here's the kickoff. It is a high, short kick. Running up and making the catch at the 30. 25, 35, 40. It's Phillips on the return.
I just don't get that.
And he's going to get the ball up to the 41. 5:53 left, and now Atlantic has to try to prevent that big play. Fuji's had some nice ones.
Yeah.
To Parks, to Kramer.
The only thing we haven't seen tonight is a sack.
Haven't seen a sack.
We haven't seen a sack on either. Well, we don't pass, which is all right. We don't need to.
So Jaden Fuji, we'll see if he gets that arm wound up here. 41-22 Atlantic, 5:50 to play. DJ comes up. Phillips checks in late. He's going to be a slot man on the right side. They'll send Carpenter wide right, 2 receivers left. Fuji out of the shotgun. Here's a snap back to Fuji, wants to throw, sets up. Here comes the rush. He eludes one tackler, fires caught by Kramer at the 44, gets the 45, 50, and he is gang tackled right there at the marker. Boy, the Trojans have an impressive pursuit there after the catch. Kramer's so athletic.
We're getting closer to the quarterback. We're making him.
We're slowly
getting closer.
Gain of 9, the ball at the 49-yard line of TJ.
How big is Sorensen?
He's 255.
So it's really hard when your weight's going one direction that size, you just can't stop on a dime and go the other direction.
Here they come, 2 end receivers to the right, 2 left. Fuji the quarterback, 5:13 to play. Atlantic up 41-22. Snap to Fuji, the quarterback. Here comes the rush. Here's Hedrington. Fuji was able to get out of it. Now he's going to keep the football. Spins off a tackle, gets the first down to the 45. He needed 1 yard. He got 6. TJ has a 1st and 10 at the 45 of Atlantic.
Getting so close to sacking him, but that dude's elusive.
You know, another thing, too, no turnovers tonight. Limited penalties. Here's a snap to Fuji again. He's going to throw it. Here comes the rush. Fires, caught at the 40 and brought down immediately for a gain of 5. Joaquin Wales made the stop for Atlantic.
Gain of 5 on the play.
The ball at the 40. 4:32 to go. TJ, no huddle. They're going to move the football here with a 2nd and 4 from the Trojan 39. 4:24 to go. They're down 41-22. Fuji's going to throw it again. You can bet on that. Here's the snap. Sets up in the pocket. He has time. He fires. It is incomplete to Parks. He wanted Braxton Parks on the far side. Incomplete. Hunter Nelson was breathing down his neck there on the, if he had the catch and run. 3rd down and 4 from the 39. 4:11 to play here in this 4th quarter. Audio stream brought to you by Greg Young Automotive Group in Atlantic. They go the extra mile. Our video stream brought to you by Scott Bennett and Nishna-Net. It's 3rd down and 4. The ball at the 39 of Atlantic. Snap. Fuji throws. Caught. Parks. Hit. A collision. What a great hit.
Pass complete to number 2, Parks.
That Wood again on the far side.
85. Is that the guy that had to come in for?
Yeah, that's Derek Wood.
Yeah, he basically said, "Who's your daddy?" He hit it pretty good.
Oh, that was a collision. He was able to avoid the first down with that hit. It's 4th and 1 for TJ at the 36th of Atlantic. 3:42 to go. Atlantic up 41-22. Now the two receivers left, ball for Hash. 4th down and a yard. Fuji takes it himself. We've got
start.
Yeah, I believe we've got a false start
Or
left
timeout.
side. I'm not sure. I thought we saw a left tackle flinch.
I thought I saw someone lean. Yeah, I saw someone leaning
But
forward.
the referee threw the flag.
Infraction on the offense. 5-yard penalty.
5-yard penalty, the infraction by the offense. 3:30 left. 5-yard penalty back to 41.
They had him stuffed too. Did you see that?
And that's the thing.
That's the thing. Yeah.
4th down and 6 now for TJ. Probably a passing situation for Fuji.
Or scramble.
3.5 to go or scrambled. He's been great out of the pocket.
Penalty. It'll be 4th and 6.
41-22 Atlantic. 4th down and 6 TJ at the 3:38 mark to play. Score brought to you by the Seed Pros. Twin receivers right, twin left. Fuji out of the shotgun to motion. Phillips to the left. Snap, play action. Fuji throws, screen pass. Incomplete. He wanted Shadow. He couldn't hang on to it, but he was going to be buried if he caught it. Atlantic takes over 1st down and 10.
He was going to be buried. You're right there.
I mean, he was surrounded by Trojans.
Yeah, they sniffed that out like a coon dog after a coon.
3:14 left. Atlantic with the football and a 41-22 lead on the Seed Pro scoreboard. Post game coming up, and Kevin will talk to Coach Brummer. We'll hear what Perry Fief's word is for the night. There's a couple of options. At least maybe that last one was that. I don't know. 1st down and 10, the ball at the 41. Ritter wide left, Hanson to the right, high backfield double tight. Under center, Hayes. Hand off to O'Brien, has a good yardage, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, down to the 30, 25, and he's hit out of bounds.
Number 21, Tyson O'Brien with a big run.
34-yard run for the senior TB.
He's got to have like 200 yards.
Yeah, he's got well over 100. A linebacker a year ago, he had 29 total yards rushing last year.
How many?
29. Yeah, he gets a 1st down. He's got a big night. McNeil's going to give him a break.
He's gonna have an ice bath tomorrow.
2:50 left. Hayes has done a great job of orchestrating the offense for Atlantic. 41-22, a Brown shoe fit 1st down at the 26 of the Yellow Jackets, and Ritter wide right, Hanson left. High backfield with McNeil now taking the pitch, and a whistle stops the play. I didn't see yellow.
I don't either, but.
Legal substitution.
Yeah, illegal substitution, TJ.
Oh.
5-yard penalty. That's the second illegal substitution we've had here by the Yellow Jackets. So Atlantic will have it at 1st and 5 from the 21 of TJ.
But still, it's been a pretty penalty-free game. I mean,
officials done a great job of regulating this contest.
Letting them play.
Week number 0. Atlantic will host Clark next week, and note the time, 7:30 kickoff. Not a 7 o'clock, it's 7:30. Hayes will bring the play in, 2:22 to play and counting. Ball at the 21 of TJ, close to that Armor Insurance red zone. 1st down and 5. High backfield with McNeil, the tailback. And the handoff to McLaren, breaks a tackle, 20. He's on the run, 15-10. Inside the 10, down to the 5, and he rolls to the 4.
They're getting smart. They're going for the ankles. They're like
17-yard carry for the big guy, a 4.6 40. And he gets inside the 5 to the 4.
They look like little chihuahuas going after him.
Brown shoe fit 1st down in the Armor Insurance red zone. Make sure your protection never breaks down. Call Armor Insurance at 712-243-1951. Boy, Atlantic, I'm not sure I remember the last time a Trojan team scored over 40 points, and they're threatening close to 50,
and,
On the ground. On the ground, yeah. Ritter right, Hanson left, high backfield, McLaren the up back. Already 3 touchdowns for the junior. And this is McLaren bouncing across the goal line. Touchdown, Trojans. Another 4-yarder for the junior.
He went to that Nebraska camp for fullbacks. That's what's happening.
Yeah, you wish.
He did go.
Oh, he did go.
Yeah, I talked to his dad today about it. He loved it.
So McLaren, another touchdown. He has 4 of them tonight. Atlantic up 47-22 on the Seed Pros scoreboard. And Hayden Thompson to kick the PAT for Atlantic. His snap back to O'Hara. He sets and Thompson kicks.
Thompson's kick.
Atlantic up big. 48-22. Let's go to the sideline. And Kevin Ferguson. Kevin.
48.
The machine just keeps clicking them off. Now you can tell this defense is getting really tired. And I can't blame them. They've just been beat and pound and beat and pound. You know, Perry, you mentioned that we hadn't seen a sack yet. The other thing we have not seen from either team is a punter.
True. That is so true. Which is good because we watched them in warm-ups and they didn't look that good.
I would agree with that.
So Atlantic will kick for the 40. Trojans up 48-22 on the Seed Pros scoreboard. There is a group of people that plays a game every time we say Seed Pros, and we'll leave it at that, but it's
there are a lot.
They have a lot of fun.
Hopefully they got some Ubers.
We want to say hello to them. 1:23 to go. Here's the kickoff by Thompson. A line drive. Angles left, and Marco is going to let it go into the end zone.
That worked.
Oh, my gosh. That was like a foul ball, and it ended up fair.
That's his second kick in the end zone tonight.
I mean, that was just inside the cone.
Yeah. Might be a little stick him on it.
1:23 to play. And we'll hear from Coach Brummer. Kevin Ferguson will have that interview. And he's got to be happy. I mean, you know, there's always those first game mistakes and things like that. But, boy, for a week 0 game, a team really played well. And Jefferson had some good plays as well. I mean, they're not done. They've got 23 to go here. But Atlantic up 48-22 on the Seed Pros scoreboard. A great look for the Trojans tonight. Fuji, the quarterback, will bring him up as the game is about to the end. Here's a handoff. The tailback upended nicely.
Nice tackle.
Good tackle made by Colin Rudy. Rudy on that state track team. And, well, I tell you what, that guy's an athlete. He's just a quiet young man. He played baseball this summer, came in and got some offense for the Atlantic, and ran for Coach Becker this spring, and he's going to be a hard guy to keep out of the lineup. 2nd and 5, TJ. They're throwing 25 with 48 seconds left. Atlantic up 48-22. Snap to Fuji. He'll throw it. It's caught by Parks at the 31-yard line, and a first down. A Brown Shoefit first down for the Yellow Jackets with 39 seconds to play.
Complete to number 2, Parks.
Well, the Trojans will host Clark next week. We'll have the broadcast and live video stream as well here on 95.7 FM and WesternIowaToday.com as the timeout is called with 39 ticks on the clock. It all started with Atlantic on the opening drive. They marched right down the field after holding TJ to 3 and out. It was McLaren scoring from 4 yards out with 5:31 to go in the first quarter. Trojans led 7-0 after 1, and then they tacked on a couple of more scores in that second quarter. It was McLaren scoring on a 4-yard run to make it a 13-0 lead for Atlantic after the extra point was missed. Tucked in there was a Fuji to Kramer touchdown pass with 28 seconds to go in the half of 4 yards to make it 13-6. Then in the third quarter, McLaren scored on a 3-yard run. Early in this third quarter was set up by a Hansen big kickoff return. And now we're back to action here with a 1st and 10. Football to 32 of TJ. Fuji's pass caught by Parks, then dropped. 35 seconds to go. Second half, the Trojans, they open up a 27-6 lead. Ethan McNeil raced in from 40 yards out. 35 seconds to go. TJ had a couple of big plays themselves.
2nd and 10 for the Yellow Jackets.
We have a new quarterback in there as well. We'll pick that up in a moment. 2nd down and 10 with 35 seconds left. The football on the 32-yard line of TJ. Snap, looks to throw, and he's going to run the football across the 35-40, and he gets to 45 and it bumped out of bounds.
All right, flag.
And a flag, it'd be a late hit.
Yeah.
Number 7, Garrison will keep it.
So Garrison, the new QB now for TJ.
Rudy on the sideline.
Colin Rudy with the hit for Atlantic, but that's going to be a 15-yarder with 20 seconds left to play.
I'm sorry. Did you see that, Cody?
Well, the ball just bounced off the umpire's
Official,
head.
yeah.
The head linesman's head, I should say.
Yeah. Man, that ain't
Now
going to make
the
him
back
happy.
judge is the back judge that got in the way.
Foul on the defense.
So as a late hit, it's a 15-yard penalty. That's the first 15-yarder we've had all night. They're going to march it down inside the 40, down the 35. Atlantic first down and 10. 40-22 Trojans on the Seed Pros scoreboard with 20 seconds left. Garrison, the new quarterback for TJ. They'll bring it up on a first down. 20 ticks on the clock. 2 receivers left. Carpenter wide right. Garrison in the shotgun for TJ. 26 on the clock now. First down at 10, 35. Garrison to throw. Looks, fires far side, and incomplete, parks the intended receiver. And Hunter Nelson comes in and makes a hit at the end. 6 seconds off the clock. Perry, I think you educated us years ago that every play takes about 6 seconds. And it is just to a T. 20 seconds left. Atlantic up 48-22 on the Seed Pros scoreboard.
Second and 10 for the Yellow Jackets.
Second down and 10. Clock is stopped as Garrison brings the play in. Atlantic has done most of the damage offensively on the ground, with the exception of a couple of big pass plays to Hanson and Goodrich in that first half. Twin receivers right. Garrison stands back at his 40. Second and 10, and another whistle here late. Delay of game.
Oh, all right.
5-yard penalty. Second down.
So they'll mark it at 5 yards back to the Trojan 40. Still 20 seconds on the clock. And it'll stay stopped because of the incomplete pass. Twin receivers right, Garrison, the quarterback. See if he can get one big play here before the clock runs out. Garrison to throw. He'll fire over the middle. It is caught by Kramer at the 25-20, 15-10, 5, touchdown Yellow Jackets. They got it in.
To number 1, Mason Kramer.
An 18.
Touchdown.
As the Yellow Jackets get on the board.
Complete for 40 yards.
40-yard touchdown catch.
Well, what kind of happened there is they had it kind of covered, but they forgot how to tackle.
So Garrison to Kramer. And now it's a 48-28 lead for Atlantic on the Seed Pros scoreboard. TJ will go for 2 with 8 seconds on the clock. We'll certainly see an onside kick for TJ when they come back out.
Oh, yeah.
The ball at the 3, they're going to go for 2. Garrison back there with a nice pass play. And here's the snap. He's going to throw it. Looks, fires,
wide
and
open.
it is caught for 2.
Garrison's pass to Shano is complete
So
for a 2-point conversion.
Shano makes the catch to make it 48-30.
I think the DBs need to speak a little louder on who's got what and what coverage they got.
8 seconds to go. TJ will kick it away. And a high-scoring game, and the fans start to head to the vehicles with 8 seconds left. So they'll put the sure hand people up front for the Trojans again with 8 seconds left. High-scoring game tonight.
Yeah.
Didn't know what to expect. You know, week 0, the game opener, what 2 teams that haven't played each other, or for I'm not sure if they have.
I was going to say, have they ever? Have we ever
to go
played?
back to the 60s, and I know not in the 70s for sure, or 80s or 90s.
Guarantee we didn't see him.
Yeah, you didn't see him. So Yellow Jackets will onside kick it here with 8 seconds left. Atlantic up 48-30 of the Seed Pros scoreboard. And Hill will kick it away for TJ. Phillips checking things out. Everybody lined up correctly. And here's the little boot. Oh, he's going to kick it long.
They knew they weren't.
Terrell's got to chase after this one. And
Get on it.
Yeah, he got it, and he goes down immediately to 10. Good job by Terrell. 1 second off the clock, so Atlantic will take the victory snap. They bring in their JV kids to get a taste of action here with 7 seconds to play. A big win for Atlantic tonight. They'll go 1-0 into the Clark game next week. A 7:30 kickoff, and we'll have a broadcast here on 95.7 FM and our live video stream at WesternIowaToday.com. Pre-game at 6:30, kickoff at 7:30. We're going to have plenty of post-game coming up. Stay tuned for comments from Atlantic head coach Joe Brummer. And now the Trojans will just take a knee here. And the snap in the knee, and that's going to be it. 48-30, the final here from Atlantic. As week 0 turns out to be a W for the Trojans over the Yellow Jackets.
We would like to thank all the fans for coming out, supporting the athletes.
They'll line up and shake hands, and our post-game will begin. And we'll start with the injury report brought to you by Body Basics. Call 254-BODY. Get your body back to the basics. We're back right after this.
When you're on the go, it's all about convenience. At fantastic food, beverages, plus BP superior fuels, and you have Olson's BP in Atlantic. From sunup to sundown, we're the keep-you-going store. From our loaded breakfast burritos and Bunker Dunker donuts to our delicious Champs chicken and pizza to go, we have the food you crave. Don't forget the cold beer in the beer cave. Stop in and fill her up. There's always something you need at Olson's BP, the keep-you-going store, 2nd and Locust in Atlantic.
Thinking about what you want to do in retirement can be fun, and planning for it doesn't have to be difficult. According to Money Guide Incorporated, only 3 out of 10 Americans have a financial plan, and 1/3 report they have no retirement savings. Financial planning is not just all about assets, investments, and net worth. It's about identifying your financial goals. Hi, I'm Erin Friend, a certified financial planner and registered investment advisor. We help you create a customized financial plan based on your expectations, financial situations, and goals. Please contact me, Erin Friend, at 712-207-3521.
Have you ever heard the saying, people spend their life building wealth and neglecting their health, only to wish they could trade their wealth for better health at the end? This is Dr. Fritz Beyer, and it has now been over 30 years since my first chiropractic adjustment. I still get asked, do you get adjusted? Absolutely. I try to get adjusted at least once a month. I'm 47 now and still try to stay as active as ever. While I do get a few more aches and pains than when I was younger, it feels great to be able to step on the mat and help kids learning to wrestle. Chiropractic has helped me feel young enough to do it. If staying active is part of your future plans, call 254-BODY to get your body back to the basics.
For that, as far as injuries, I know Shelton Malia went off the field. Looks like he's walking better for Kevin and Perry, so hopefully he'll be back next week. Of course, we had Kennick Jewell out tonight. We'll see him next week, and of course, just feel terrible for Zayden Parker, the starting quarterback who got hurt as well. And Coach Bremer talking to his team right now. And as far as TJ is concerned, I think everybody's able to get out of the game for the most part unscathed. They had one injury to their big tackle there, Malik Nichols, but he was able to get back into the game, so we're glad for that. To get our injury report brought to you by Body Basics. Call 254-BODY to get your body back to the basics. Long distance play of the game coming up next. It's brought to you by Dvorak Tire. Be ready to go the long distance with tires from Dvorak Tire in Atlantic.
Have you ever heard the saying, people spend their life building wealth and neglecting their health? Have you ever heard the saying, people spend their life building wealth and neglecting their health, only to wish they could trade their wealth for better health at the end? This is Dr. Fritz Beyer, and it has now been over 30 years since my first chiropractic adjustment. I still get asked, do you get adjusted? Absolutely. I try to get adjusted at least once a month. I'm 47 now and still try to stay as active as ever. While I do get a few more aches and pains than when I was younger, it feels great to be able to step on the mat and help kids learning to wrestle. Chiropractic has helped me feel young enough to do it. If staying active is part of your future plans, call 254-BODY to get your body back to the basics.
At Seed Pros, our mission is to be your business partner every day of every season.
Pioneer Hybrid International was founded in Iowa back in 1926 and is still American today.
Not many other seed providers can make that claim. We partner with you to continually push the limits by combining elite seed genetics, local infield knowledge, along with customer service second to none. We are with you from the word go. Contact Mark Van Tiger, Gary Dinkla, Nick Knudsen, or John Becker to partner with a team that puts your business needs first.
Tire and Service, we go the extra mile to ensure that you can too. Oil changes, brakes, electrical, engine overhauls, and more. Our crew works hard so your crew can get where you need. So when you need to go the short or long distance, count on Dvorak Tire and Service on the corner of 2nd and Locust in Atlantic.
And welcome back to the post-game show. We'll go down to Kevin Ferguson down the sidelines with head coach Joe Brummer. Kevin, take it away.
First, Coach, congratulations on a win. And, you know, it was in game planning this, did you ever think you'd put up 48 points?
No. 28. Touchdown a quarter. Milk the clock, run the ball. Touchdown a quarter is kind of what we were thinking and talking. No, the kids did a really good job. We kind of wore them down there at the end. We were very physical up front. The offensive line did a phenomenal job. And then we did a great backfield. So overall, it was a very good game.
And special teams was pretty decent too.
Phenomenal. Jared Hansen had an amazing kickoff return for us. And I know Jared's going to be the first guy to mention it because we showed it on film and we saw it. Ethan McNeil's the partner back there with him on our kick return guy. He's kind of going up the other hash. When Jared cuts back, you see on the opposite 10 yards running in. Correct, Jarrett? Ethan McNeil on the opposite 10-yard line trying to spring you for a touchdown. Yes. Yeah, that's the stuff that we like to see. That's the great unselfishness where people like Jared Hansen, we didn't throw the ball at the time, but he's out there, he's giving his all, and he's doing an amazing job, especially like young guys like Ethan McNeil.
Coach, we saw that all over the field, that not only receivers getting downfield and blocking, but your linemen as well.
Yeah, we're kind of undersized. We're not the biggest, but they got some big dudes.
Yes.
Yeah, they're 6'3", 6'4" maulers, but we got to know our strengths and we got to get out and run. Our guys can run, our guys can move. We got to do a little bit better job. We got our guys in space, and they did a phenomenal job executing blocks.
What did you learn tonight about your team?
We can run the ball. I don't know if we can throw it, though, but we can run the ball.
And that'll come along, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
All right. Coach, congratulations on a great start to this season.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Coach.
All right. Very good, Fergie. Thank you very much. We'll maybe catch a couple of players, too. Gavin McLaren right there, and also Tyson O'Brien at over 200 yards rushing here in the ball game, and we'll try to catch their interviews as well and join in there with Brian. But again, great job there by the Trojans. Again, Tyson O'Brien, 204 yards rushing here tonight. So, Kevin, go ahead and join in there, and we'll get some comments from those guys.
We're going in right now. We just keep working. I get my name called. He gets his name called. We just work together, as many yards as we can.
And you just shoot up real estate. It wasn't even small bunches. It was like 5, 10, 20 yards at a time, Tyson.
Yeah, I gotta said this earlier, but I gotta give a big shout out to my linemen. They're paving the way, everything, and they're getting the blocks down, and it's making it easy for me. They're making me look good when they should be getting the credit.
One of the things I noticed as well is your receivers blocking downfield as well.
Yes, sir. The receivers are putting in good work. They're holding on to their guy.
Physical, yep. Jared Hansen, he'll get off a guy and he'll pound a guy 20 yards back. He likes to block. Yep.
They're hooking the outside for me, making my life easy.
Sure.
Talk about how your role has changed then. You just got some spot play last year running back, and this year you have just...
All right, that was a couple of words from Tyson O'Brien and Gavin McLaren as they had quite a night there rushing the football. Again, 204 yards rushing for Tyson O'Brien here tonight, but he had a lot of help. Gavin McLaren had 78 yards rushing for the Trojans. Atlantic 318 yards on the ground. And also receiving, of course, you have those two big catches of 38 yards from Jared Hansen and 19 yards from Brock Goodrich for a total of 57. Atlantic with 375 total yards of offense here tonight. So a great effort by the Trojans. Long distance player of the game, and I don't exactly have that number. If he took it at the 10, Hansen It looks like he had about a 90, and then you take about an 87-yard return, but it's right in that 80-yard area, and that set up another touchdown. Jared Hansen gets that long-distance play of the game, brought to you by Dvorak Tire. Be ready to go the long distance with tires from Dvorak Tire in Atlantic, and that was quite a run. That was entertaining.
Oh, it was, like I said, you heard what I said. It was just beautiful, and there was some great blocking. I mean, everybody was running down. It was great to see.
Dozier, the game is coming up. That's going to be a little difficult because I have a hunch which way you're leaning here, but Chris Hutton brings us this Dozier the game. Chris Hutton, earth moving, digging it every day. Back with that right after this.
With nicer days upon us, it's time to get your farm vehicles ready for the season. Dvorak Tire Atlantic will keep your truck in top working shape with our top mechanics. Anything from electrical to mechanical and service, Dvorak Tire will keep your farm vehicles going this season. Keep rolling with quality brands like Firestone, Michelin, and Mitas tires. Don't forget your Diamond WeatherTech products. Bedliners, floor mats, storage, and more can also be found at Dvorak Tire and Service. Dvorak Tire in Atlantic. Keep you in the field and on the road.
Nobody has delivered more high-yielding Enlist E3 soybean genetics to the marketplace than Stein. That means your local Stein representative can provide you with the product knowledge and seed genetics to help you maximize profits on every acre you plant. Discover yield plus experience by partnering with the undisputed leader in Enlist E3 soybean genetics. Learn more at steinseed.com. Stein has yield.
When you begin your construction project, you want perfection from the ground up. This is Chris Hutton with Chris Hutton Earth Moving. When it comes to excavation, demolition, drainage, all your earth moving needs for your home, farm, or business, team up with experience, quality, and outstanding service. Chris Hutton Earth Moving has the experienced, knowledgeable employees combined with all the equipment to tackle your projects, large or small, and get the job done right. When you're ready to start digging in the dirt, give me a call. We're Chris Hutton Earth Moving, and we're digging it every day.
WesternIowaToday.com. Those are the game. We had a number of those big outfits out there tonight. Perry Fief and Kevin Ferguson back up with us as well. Your guys' thoughts on that?
I don't know where to go.
Yeah, that's just it.
Sorensen had some. Woodward had some. As far as linemen.
Yeah.
88, the receiver, white tight end.
Tight end.
Brock Goodrich.
Goodrich had a huge one.
Derek Wood had a big hit too. That
oh boy,
on that far side that kept the. And then you've got McLaren leading O'Brien down the field.
Exactly. So I mean, I don't know how to.
Well, I just
say the whole offensive line with McLaren, because he is just actually running offensive lineman until he gets the ball.
Yeah, I can't.
There were so many good.
I can't put it into words how well the Trojans blocked tonight.
Yeah. So the first game of the year, we got to give it to the offensive lineman with the fullback. Is what I'm going with.
All right. Gab McLaren, the offensive line. Good choice. It gets the dozer of the game, again, brought to you by Chris Hutton, Earth Moving. They get it every day. Well, that brings us to Perry's Word of the Week. It's brought to you by Lyman Ag, where their goal is your profitability. Your Channel C dealers, Lee Satoff and Jimmy Swanson. We're going to find out what that word of the game was right after this.
When you begin your construction project, you want perfection from the ground up. This is Chris Hutton with Chris Hutton Earth Moving. When it comes to excavation, demolition, drainage, all your earth moving needs for your home, farm, or business, team up with experience, quality, and outstanding service. Chris Hutton Earth Moving has the experienced, knowledgeable employees combined with all the equipment to tackle your projects, large or small, and get the job done right. When you're ready to start digging in the dirt, give me a call. We're Chris Hutton Earth Moving, and we're digging it every day.
If you own an RV or a sprayer, listen up. I have valuable advice. Don't procrastinate. Get your RV antifreeze from Atlantic and Audubon Egg and Auto now before you get busy with fall prep and harvest. Do it while the weather is good. It is available in gallons by the case and bulk 55-gallon drums. Come spring, you'll thank me and say, Amy Jo, that girl's got game. Atlantic and Audubon Egg and Auto, your local CarQuest retail store, your winterization destination.
At
the heart of Channel Seeds are the relationships we build with farmers. Hi, this is Lee Sadoff with Lyman Ag Supply. When you partner with Lyman Ag for your fields, you'll experience our seedsmanship at work. Jim Swanson and I are committed to working with you through year-round customized service. We are committed to your success. It starts with placing products to perform, extends to evaluating crop development throughout the season, and continues well after harvest into planning for next year. Expert advice, customized service, and elite products. We're Lyman Ag Supply, and our goal is your profitability. Give us a call.
Welcome back to Trojan Balls and wrap things up here from Atlantic. 48-30 Atlantic with the win over Jefferson here on the Seed Pros scoreboard. And we get to the Perry's Word of the Week, brought to you by Lyman Ag, where their goal is your profitability. Your Channel C dealers, Lee Satoff and Jim Swanson. Perry, what is it? Golden Corral?
No, it's not Golden Corral. Those guys were big, man. It was my Buick Riviera.
I was wondering.
It's a
Buick Riviera. So if anybody got that, we'll give you a pat on the back. We don't really have a prize for that. But
no. The Satoff gives you something for free.
Lyman Ag brings us Perry's Word of the Week, where their goal is your profitability. Your Channel C dealers, Lee Satoff and Jim Swanson. When you look at the stats again, you look at the rushing yards for Atlantic, and when Fergie asked Coach about what was impressed with, the ground game was tremendous. Tyson O'Brien over 200 yards, 204 yards rushing on the night. A couple of touchdowns for him, and then you had Gavin McLaren with 78 yards on the night, 4 touchdowns for McLaren. Atlantic with 375 yards rushing here in the ball game. And I think I might have misspoke because the Trojans had 57 yards passing, so they were over 400 yards of total offense here this evening. So those are the highlights there for Atlantic. Once again, the final 48-30, the Trojans with the win over TJ here tonight. Really the closest the game was at one point was 13-6, but Atlantic able to extend that lead to a couple of touchdowns. And then they were able to answer. TJ would get a big play, get a score. Atlantic would come right back with that potent ground game that we saw all night long.
Yep. And like I said, I think we had 2 DBs out. That we lost one, and one couldn't play tonight. And I think once these young kids kind of learn a little more and these guys come back, I think our DBs will be a little bit better, and I'm sure Coach Satoff is going to kind of get that straightened out. And, but overall, the defense did play good. They didn't have that many yards rushing, I wouldn't think.
And as you look at TJ, Jaden Fuji, 14 of 24 for 241 yards. Dalton Garrison did have a 50-yard pass play as well in the game for the Yellow Jackets here in the air. So they did most of it in the air. Yep. They ended up with 95 total yards on the ground with Jace Shano leading with 14 carries for 47 yards. And Jaden Fuji, the quarterback out of that pocket, had 8 carries for 38 yards. So just some of the highlights here. But again, the ground game for Atlantic was the big difference in the game tonight. Guys, any final words here before we sign off?
Yeah. Tom, I tell you, in reflection, I'm going to say I am so impressed with these kids and this coaching staff. I don't know that I've seen a team so prepared, so poised, and so disciplined hit a field for the first game.
Yeah, week 0
unbelievable.
Game. Yeah,
unbelievable.
Played really no penalties to speak of. They had the 15-yard, but that was just an aggressive play on the sideline. Otherwise, a couple of kicks out of bounds and a couple of illegal procedures, I think, was it for this team tonight. So, hey, good game. Perry, anything to say here before
I just think it was great seeing how they pounded the ball, how they just rushed the ball. And we didn't have to rely on the pass to win the game or to come back. We led the game the whole way, and they just relied on their offensive line and their running backs and the receivers, everybody blocking and doing their role is what they did.
48-30 the final score. Atlantic with a win over Council Bluffs Jefferson tonight in non-district play. We'll be back next week right here, same place, different time. Pre-game at 6:30, kickoff at 7:30. Atlantic hosting Clark, another non-district contest. Then they'll head to Glenwood here in a couple of weeks. Big thanks to Cody Weaver. Tremendous job of running our video here. He'll be with us all year. Perry Fief, Kevin Ferguson, and Michael Sheriff back in the studios for a fantastic job of engineering this broadcast tonight. For Perry, Kevin, and Cody, and Michael, I'm Tom Robinson. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week here in Atlantic.
At the heart of Channel Seeds are the relationships we build with farmers. Hi, this is Lee Sadoff with Lyman Ag Supply. When you partner with Lyman Ag for your fields, you'll experience our seedsmanship at work. Jim Swanson and I are committed to working with you through year-round customized service. We are committed to your success. It starts with placing products to perform, extends to evaluating crop development throughout the season, and continues well after harvest into planning for next year. Expert advice, customized service, and elite products. We're Lyman Ag Supply, and our goal is your profitability. Give us a call.
Have you ever heard the saying, people spend their life building wealth and neglecting their health, only to wish they could trade their wealth for better health at the end? This is Dr. Fritz Beyer, and it has now been over 30 years since my first chiropractic adjustment. I still get asked, do you get adjusted? Absolutely. I try to get adjusted at least once a month. I'm 47 now and still try to stay as active as ever. While I do get a few more aches and pains than when I was younger, it feels great to be able to step on the mat and help kids learning to wrestle. Chiropractic has helped me feel young enough to do it. If staying active is part of your future plans, call 254-BODY to get your body back to the basics.
Hi everyone, this is Tanner from the Atlantic Hy-Vee. Have you signed up or upgraded to our Perks program yet? It's free and gives you instant savings. If you're not signed up, no worries. We can sign you up in-store. Super easy and instant savings. You will still have the Fuel Saver savings on gas. We're the only store in town committed to giving you the cheapest gas. So when you choose the Atlantic Hy-Vee, you're not just shopping, you're experiencing service, quality, savings, and purpose. And as always, thank you for choosing Atlantic Hy-Vee.
Nobody has delivered more high-yielding Enlist E3 soybean genetics to the marketplace than Stein. That means your local Stein representative can provide you with the product knowledge and seed genetics to help you maximize profits on every acre you plant. Discover yield plus experience by partnering with the undisputed leader in Enlist E3 soybean genetics. Learn more at steinseed.com. Stein has yield.
Gas prices got you down? Need a ride to work or the grocery store? There's public transportation for everyone in Southwest Iowa. SWITA offers taxi service in Atlantic, Glenwood, Harlan, Missouri Valley, Red Oak, and Shenandoah. $2.50 each way or $2 for seniors 60 years and older. Just call 1-800-842-8065 or visit swita.com to schedule your ride.